I tidied up the place just for you. Isn't it perfect, Espoir? Something isn't right. Yeah. Where is everyone? You don't sound as happy as I am, Espoir. Why are you doing this? What is wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me. Yeah. Nothing's wrong with him.
Listen!
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today I'd like to play a visual novel called My Best Friend, Yui. Finally, the cool evening breeze hits my face as I let in a deep breath of fresh autumn air. Man, I've been waiting for this moment. Me too. When is Halloween getting here? School's finally out. After a long, grueling week of papers and lectures, I can finally go home and play video games. Yeah! 11 hours of Pal World! It's a Friday, so that means I'm pulling an all-nighter, baby. Even though I'd be doing both of these things regardless if it was a school night or not. Haha. But that's not the point. Now I can indulge without feeling guilty about my sleep schedule. I look at the school's front doors expectantly. Usually, my best friend Yuki would be running to walk home with me right now. We both do after-class clubs, and somehow we were both always the last ones to leave campus. I let an unwanted smirk creep its way up my face at the thought. Yeah, I can already hear her screaming my name at the top of her lungs, despite us being the only ones here. I am Espoir, it means hope in French. Espoir, I'm coming, Espoir. And she always says it in that annoying, freaky tone of voice, too. God, that girl is so annoying. But someone as unbothered as me wouldn't fall for such obvious teasing. My pronouns! Pfft, yeah, a girl like me is way too used to stuff like that by now. Yuki's really gotta up her game. I turned my phone on to take a look at the time. Let's see, 5 hours ago. I feel lightheaded. Can I have the water from your lunch bag, please? Aw. Mr. Takeda said the glitter on my uniform was distracting, but I literally can't get it off. Watch this right now. We know this guy, lol. Can you tell Yasuhiro to give my pen back? He still has it, and he's in your class. He's always taking my stuff. Cute. That was 6 hours ago. 6:45 p.m. I glance at the school gates again. Still no sign of her. I really don't want to be that guy, but I've already been waiting for 10 minutes, and I kinda really want to get home. I'd call her, but her phone actually managed to get into some sort of freak accident earlier today. According to her, someone had managed to snatch her phone while she wasn't looking, drown it in what looked like some sort of black paint, and had the audacity to leave it behind on her desk. Now, I'm not one to make assumptions, but that seems like some Yandere business right there. Rendering her pretty pink device useless. Left cake in glistening black sludge. Ugh. I wasn't aware that our school had bullies, let alone anyone who could even remotely dislike Yuki to such a degree where they do something so horrible. I wonder if she's still inside because she's sulking. It'd be no surprise. She uses her phone a lot. It was all cutely decorated, and she's the type to take pictures of literally everything. If her phone truly is unsavable, that'd be horrible. There's gotta be hundreds of photos of us together on that thing, too. Aw. See if she's okay? Just go home? Let's see if she's okay. Yeah, I mean, what kind of friend leaves their buddy alone after something like that? I'd be a bit of an a-hole to leave without at least checking on her. Besides, maybe if I invited her over to my place, she'd cheer up a bit. Yuki loves to crash at my house. She's practically there all the time. I began to walk towards the school's front door. Yuki would probably still be in her clubroom on the 3rd floor. I really hope she isn't too upset about her phone. We're best friends and all, but I've never been the best at comforting people. Maybe I...
Hi!
Hi! Espoir! Sup? Oh, thank goodness. I thought you had already left. Jeez, that frightened me. It frightened me, gosh darn it. Do I know you? You never want a character to make that face when you ask if you know them. I suppose not. Sorry for startling you. Startle would be an understatement. I didn't even see him approach me. Where on earth did he even come from anyway? Seriously, I think I heard him running up to me. Maybe all those video games are finally doing my eyes in. Actually, I've heard playing a lot of video games, especially shooters, makes your eyesight better. Like you're able to see small bits of movement. Uh-huh. It's alright. Did you need anything? Well, yes, actually. The boy gives me a big smile. A pretty face like that really stands out. I wonder why it feels like I've never seen him around before. Is he a ghost? He fiddles with his pockets and fishes out what looks like a piece of paper. Here, it's for you. I took the paper without thinking. I know it's a little short notice, but I'd like to invite you to a party I'm hosting tonight. A party? Is this an invitation? Why, of course. Aw, hello. You have been invited to my party. Wow. It is at 8 p.m. today. Balloon. You have been invited because I like you. The house is clean. There is food for you. Don't be scared.
That's suspicious.
Upon closer inspection, this certainly is an invitation. A rather crappy looking one at that. It's completely stained with what looks like black ink. What, did his pen explode or something while writing it? My parents would have scolded me for sending out an invite this shoddy looking. Jeez, couldn't he have given me a nicer one? It's not like Espoir. My name being called snapped me out of my trance. I've been quiet for way too long. I hope I wasn't making a face while staring at the invite. Oh, sorry. I just haven't been invited to a party like this in a really long time, huh? Really? I thought someone as good-looking as you would be invited to parties all the time. Is this guy for real? Me? No way. If anything, you should be the one being invited. You could pass as a model, honestly. Aw, really? You're too kind, Espoir. I don't know why I'm being so friendly with this guy. I literally met him 1 second ago. But for some reason, he doesn't seem all too bad. His compliment earlier didn't seem creepy or anything either. I looked back down at the invite. So, are you coming? It'll be lots of fun. I'll think about it. I was just about to check up on my friend who's still in school. If she wants to come with me, then I'll probably go with her. The invite is tempting and all, but I still don't even know this guy. I'd be a bit of a moron to go to a stranger's house alone, even though he does seem to be around my age. Ah, Yuki, right? You know Yuki? Why, of course. I know everyone in our class. He does? You do? Yeah. I'm class president of the other class. So, I know everyone. And that includes you and Yuki, Espoir. Why does he suddenly look so awkward? Ha, sus. Matter of fact, I don't even know this guy's name, and somehow he knows me and Yuki. There's no way someone like this could be attending our school this entire time and completely slip under my radar. Can excessive gaming really give you this bad of a case of brain fog? Maybe it can. So, Espoir, are you coming? Right, the party. Yeah, could show up for a little bit. I'd love to, but this is a bit short notice. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do the absolute wrong thing. And yeah, sure, let's show up to this stranger who just ran up to us, who you don't even think goes to your same school, who says, come to my house, and just... Yeah, don't do any of this in real life. Yeah, I don't see why not. I can see several reasons why not. Nah! Really? Yeah, I mean, it could be fun, you know. I don't really get out much, so... He looks really happy I said yes. I was thinking about saying no and dragging this out, but no, I know that I want to go. I know he wants me to go. I know you guys want me to go. Let's just go. Oh, I'm so happy, Espoir. I promise it'll be the best party you've ever been to. I'm gonna hold you to that. There better be cake. Haha, I bet. Why are you making that face? A little too happy. Oh, but who am I to judge? I'm not one of those people who hates seeing others smiling. In a way, he kind of reminds me of a kid excited for his birthday. It's kind of cute, I guess. Yeah, that's why I played it. I seem to really like, creepy, suspicious, shady characters. So, I'll see you there tonight, right? You bet. Did you invite Yuki too? I'll definitely arrive with her if that's the case. We conveniently live really close to each other. Yuki? Uh-oh. Eh? Yes, you said you knew her, didn't you? It's not that. Oh, never mind. I invited her too, so that'll be no problem at all, Espoir. That's a relief. I was wondering if you had a problem with her or something. Sweet. I'll see you at 8. My mind went blank. I totally forgot to ask him for his name during this entire conversation. Or did he already tell me? I can't remember for some reason. Darn you! Brain fog! I stole a quick glance at the invite he handed me earlier. His name isn't on the paper either. Man, this is awkward. Yui. Ah, there it is. Thanks. Okay, I'll see you at 8 then, Yui. See you then. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and Espoir? Yeah? Yuki actually went home early today, so you don't have to wait up for her. Huh? Wait, really? Why? Oh, you know. I'm sure the whole phone sabotage thing really made her upset, you know? You know about that? Why, of course. She looked really depressed all day because of it. I'm surprised you didn't notice her disappearance sooner, Espoir. I guess. I mean, we're not in the same class, so I'm surprised Yuki would leave school without telling me. I mean, I didn't see her at her club today, but I didn't think that meant that she'd gone home. Was she upset with me or something? No, that can't be right. I can't think of anything I've done lately that would have upset her. I'm just teasing you, Espoir. She almost managed to slip under my radar, too. Oh, right. So, I'll see you at 8, okay? Yeah. See ya. Are you thoroughly creeped out, too? He then turned around and began walking back into our school through the front doors. I'm assuming he left something behind or something. Or someone. Tied up to a chair. That interaction just now. I can't help but have my thoughts linger on what Yui told me about Yuki. How did she leave without anyone saying anything? Yuki is the epitome of a pretty popular girl. Someone would have had to say something. And if she did leave, then why did no one even tell me? I'm her best friend after all. Whatever. She was probably too upset to tell anyone she was leaving. Yeah, that sounds about right. I have no idea why this is bothering me so much. I'll just ring her mother when I get home and ask if she's okay. It's really not a big deal. I turn away and begin walking home. Man, the wind is seriously getting chilly. I begun my journey home, past the houses, through the trees, the usual. I decided to let my thoughts about Yuki and the conversation with Yui fall to the back of my mind. I mean, there's just no point stressing about anything right now. I've just been invited to a party. I took a quick glance at my phone. 7:10 p.m. Geez, this has got to be the latest time I've left school, ever. My steps got a little faster as I quickened my pace. I really should have brought a coat. I'm shivering. Did the temperature really drop that rapidly? Or is it just me? Or is it shenanigans? Matter of fact, I have a bit of a headache, too. All this thinking about Yuki's well-being must be making me feel ill. When I get home, I'm totally laying down for a bit before I head to Yui's party. I continued my trek home, the cold wind not helping with my headache at all. I'm almost there anyway. Wait, something about the ground ahead made me slow down. I wasn't sure why at first. It was just a piece of paper, half caught near the curb, edges fluttering weakly in the wind. Still, I stopped. I leaned forward, squinting at it. This looks familiar. My headache pulsed again, sharper this time. I pressed a hand to my temple before crouching down to pick it up. Is this a school timetable? Uh-oh. My fingers tightened slightly around the paper. Uh-oh. This has a bunch of cute things on it. Is this Yuki's? I knew it. This belongs to Yuki. How on earth did it end up here? I glanced around before looking back down at the crumpled paper in my hand. I know this is hers because of all the unnecessary decorations slapped everywhere. Aww. Matter of fact, I watched her decorate it in real time when she was over at my house the other day. It isn't too crazy that this ended up here. I am near her house after all. She probably dropped it on her way to school. Man, I'm always the one to find her lost things, and I guess today's no different, huh? I'll put this in my pocket to give her on Monday when I see her at school again. If you see her at school again. If she'll even want it, she might have grabbed a new one once she realized that this one was missing. I wouldn't mind teasing her about how careless she is with her stuff like this, though. Take it home? Leave it? Why would I leave it? Take it home. I mean, what kind of friend would I be if I wasn't looking out for my best pal? Besides, once she thanks me for returning it, she'll inevitably have to owe me a favor for my kindness. There's no harm in that, is there? I slipped Yuki's school timetable into my pocket and continued to walk home. I don't know if it's the liminal space thing, but this looks like a house that I've been in before. Finally, home sweet home. I took off my school shoes and immediately headed to the sink to grab a glass of water. Jeez, my head is still pounding. I seriously have no idea what's causing this horrible feeling. I grabbed a clean glass and ran the water from the tap before filling it up and taking a small sip of the cold liquid. I'm suspicious of that now. I feel nauseous. I suddenly, involuntarily lurched my body over the sink and began to vomit. Uh-oh. Ugh. What the heck? Am I really this ill? Was it something I ate? I was completely fine until I began walking home. I quickly ran the tap to wash away whatever landed in there. Disgusting. And I don't feel any lighter now either. Shenanigans? My head still hurts, and I'm starting to feel lightheaded. I think I just need a long lay down. Wait, Yui's party. I placed my hand on my stomach to try and soothe whatever storm was brewing in there. I don't think I'll be able to attend the party tonight. Not when I'm feeling this terrible. I think I'm gonna have to call it off and stay home. I don't have Yui's phone number, though. I'd hate for him to think that I ditched without saying anything. Then again, I doubt he'd even notice. It's not like I'm the only one he invited. Ha 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 ha, right? What to do? Should I go? Kinda wanna see what happens. I wanna see how this party is. You hyped it up. Yes. I mean, he did make the effort to handwrite me an invite and everything. Even though it looks like complete crap. If you don't feel good, I'm breaking all my rules here. If you don't feel good, do not go to a place. If you don't feel good, stay home, regardless of what it is. Work, friends, appointments, whatever. Stay your booty cheeks home if you don't feel good. Oh, come on, Espoir. It's just for one night. Or I could show up, say, hey, I don't feel good. Happy birthday or whatever. And then dip. I'm sure I'll feel much better once I start getting ready. I glanced at the time on the wall clock above me. 7:30, huh? Well, the party begins at 8, so I better get a move on. It seems like I have a lot of time, but if I start fumbling around with what I'm going to wear, then I could be here for hours. I probably won't have any time to have that lie down I wanted, though. I made my way upstairs to my bedroom to start getting changed. This feels like a bedroom I've been in before. Most people my age probably have way more clothes than this. There really isn't much choice here. I guess this is what happens when you aren't really invited to stuff. My wardrobe might as well be full of cobwebs at this point. I scanned the very limited amount of garments in my closet, trying to find something decent enough for a high school after-school party. In the end, I landed on 2 outfits. The one on the left is pretty casual. It's always good to come across as the nonchalant one at the party like this, right? It's like, oh yeah, this is a pretty cool party. It means only other chill people will want to talk to you. The last thing I want to do is garner unnecessary attention because of what I'm wearing. The outfit on the right is more party-like. Yui said that Yuki was invited too, right? Did he? If she shows up and sees me in an outfit like this, she's gonna tease me about it to no end. It's not even that it looks bad or anything. It's just the first time I really dressed up for anything in a while. I do want to at least leave a good first impression on Yui. I mean, not that I really care that much, but wear something... Yeah, let's keep it casual. Keep it casual. Casual it is. I'd rather be comfy all night anyway. I just noticed there's a kitty on that bed. Especially when I feel like fainting any second now. Besides, with an outfit like this, if I want to leave early, hardly anyone will notice. If I'm still feeling unwell after tonight's over, I'm definitely booking a doctor's appointment. Or should I do it now? I quickly snapped out of my thoughts when I realized how much time had passed just from choosing an outfit. Crap, it's already 7:45, and I still gotta get ready and make my way there. I began to strip off my school uniform and began putting on the casual outfit that I picked out. Every small twist of my body made my stomach clench painfully. Why is this happening? Jeez. I immediately tried to take my mind off of the pain and finished cleaning up just in time to have enough time to make my way to Yui's house. I glanced in my full-length mirror one more time and began to head out. Whoa, the sun set without me even noticing. It's pitch black now. Pitch black and freezing. Oh, did I not bring a jacket? My head began to pound again. Look, just get there, show up, say I don't feel good, and leave. I quickly took another glance at the address to the invite Yui handed me before. I don't like that one of the only words that I can, make out is, I will feed, don't be scared. Ah! That was pretty cool! I rubbed my eyes in a panic and looked back down at the invite again. What the heck was that? That was terrifying. For a second there, my vision went absolutely insane. Maybe I should just stay home. That was really bad. But I've already gotten dressed and everything. The darkness is probably making me see things. Luckily, Yui lives close by, so I should be there in no time. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. After around 20 minutes of walking, I finally began to see the light of Yui's house. Finally. The unease in my stomach and my throbbing headache made me walk a lot slower than intended. I'm only 15 minutes late. Could have been worse, I suppose. I slowly walked towards Yui's front door, my head spinning with every step. Just a little further. It's pretty quiet. I took the time to look around cautiously, not sensing any sign of life anywhere. This is his place, right? I'm 15 minutes late, yet it feels like the party hasn't even begun. I looked around again, subconsciously hoping to see at least a few people my age making their way towards Yui's house. No one. There's absolutely no noise coming from inside his house either. I've already triple-checked the invite to know that I'm at the right place, but for some reason, I feel like I really shouldn't be here. Maybe I'm the first one to show up, but that can't be right. There's no way that, out of everyone he invited, every single person is later than I am. Knowing I'm the first one to show up just makes me feel even more queasy. Maybe I should have just stayed home. I don't want to be alone with a guy I hardly know while feeling so sick. An ice-cold gust of autumn air hits my skin once more, making me squint in discomfort. Knock on the door? Turn away? No, we're in it now. We in it. We getting in it. We going on it. We doing it. Knock, knock. Maybe I should knock again. Ah! Espoir! You came! I jumped. Ah, Yui! You startled me. Haha. Oh, sorry. I'm just so happy you managed to make it. Of course. I was starting to wonder if I was at the wrong address. This place is easy to miss if you don't know where to look, isn't it? Absolutely. It's really quiet around here, so I guess that made it a little harder. Another cold gust of wind blew in our direction, making me groan slightly. Ah, Espoir, come in. It's freezing today. I don't want you to catch a cold. Yui politely opened the door for me and let me inside first. As soon as I stepped inside Yui's home, my headache worsened almost immediately, and the text started scrolling really slowly for emphasis. The air felt strangely heavy, warm and stuffy, carrying a faint bitterness that lingered at the back of my throat. I couldn't help but silently retch in my mouth. Ooh. Ugh. What the... I turned to Yui, pressing the back of my index finger to my nose and looking at him in confusion. It's really stuffy in here, isn't it? Are you smelling this too? Stuffy? I suddenly began to feel warm and cold at the same time. Uh-oh. My fingers trembling as I looked around to see if there was a window open anywhere. Oh my. You really are sick, aren't you? The house seems fine to me. I think you're just feeling unwell, Espoir. Yui gave me a look that I could only describe as sympathetic. There's no way it's only me, right? You look nice. Though, you wear that outfit pretty often, don't you? I was kind of excited to see you in something different for once. It's okay, though. You still look very nice. Eh? What? Did I hear that correctly? Before I could reply to that weird backhanded compliment, I suddenly swayed on my feet. My body began sweating due to the humidity in the room, despite the fact that there was an uncomfortable chill running through my body. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, Espoir, did you come here with a tummy bug? Oh no, don't tell me he's gonna lecture me about staying home when you're sick. I'm sure it'll go away on its own. Maybe you just need to sit down, I could hardly even register what Yui was saying. Can't he sense just how horribly nauseating the air is right now? I looked around, trying to make sense of my surroundings. It just looked like a regular old house. There aren't even any decorations out or anything. So, what do you think, Espoir? Nice place, It's okay. I'm gonna step outside for a bit. I tidied up the place just for you. Isn't it perfect, Espoir? Something isn't right. Yeah. Where is everyone? You don't sound as happy as I am, Espoir. What the heck is going on? Yui, what is this? You said you were hosting a party. No one's here. Am I the only one you invited? My body started to sway. Why does that matter? My stomach twisted. What do you mean, why does it matter? You said there'd be people here. There is someone here. Pookie! You're here. No! Do not want! He can't be serious. This isn't funny. I'm not joking. The longer I looked at him, the worse the nauseating heaviness in my body became. The air around him felt strangely warm and humid, thick enough that every breath left my chest tighter than before. I really need to step outside for a bit. Are you going home? His smile twitched, and for some reason, the moment he stepped closer, my stomach churned violently. But Espoir, the party hasn't even started yet. I'm going to be sick again. Dude, do you want this projectile upon your face? I'm leaving. I quickly spun around, my hand latching onto the door handle as I rattled it violently. Eh? When did he lock the door? What are you doing, Espoir? Yui places a warm, damp hand against my shoulder, the sheer sticky heat of it seeping through my clothes almost instantly. Ew, it's wet and sticky in there. I hate that. This is just what happens when I'm in a humid place anyway. The feeling of it somehow makes my entire body feel filthy. Hit him? Let it happen? I ain't letting nothing happen, boyo. Hit him. I raised my hand. Slap. You hit me. Why are you smiling? Yui makes an expression I've never seen on a real person before. Let me go. Espoir, you're so funny. Suddenly, both of Yui's hands grab my shoulders in a tight, bruising grip that makes me yelp in pain. Eh! I really don't understand why you're acting like this, Espoir. His grip tightens, the stifling, humid aroma emanating from his being, making my entire body feel numb. Is it coming from him? Stop! You're never invited to things like this. Then once you're finally given the chance, you want to leave. How do you... My throat suddenly starts to feel dry. I'm too lightheaded to finish my sentence. My vision begins to blur. Yui gets closer, but for some reason I don't want to hold my breath. Oh no! Getting sleepy? I can hear my own slow heartbeat echoing in my head. I finally pass out before my body can hit the floor. Oh no, I don't want to be unconscious in his house. I let out a tiny noise as I begin to stir awake. My eyelids feel heavy, along with my body that refused to move. Not that I currently have the energy to move it anyway. Oh no. Huh? Everything felt heavy. My body ached in a way I couldn't properly describe, like every limb had been weighed down with wet sand. My vision slowly focused on my legs beneath me. They looked limp where they rested against the chair I felt I was sitting on. I tried to move, only for something rough to suddenly dig harshly against my wrists. Keep your eyes half closed. Open them eyes. My eyes shot open. Oh man, I'm in a basement again. My breathing immediately quickened. The sweet, humid smell in the air was even stronger now, but I had already inhaled so much of it that it was starting to have less of an impact on me now. Ugh. I subconsciously tried to stand up, only to realize my arms and legs were bound tightly by some sort of thick rope. What? Not again! No. I forced myself to look up slightly, despite the pounding in my chest. The room was dark, damp, and suffocatingly warm. The walls looked stained with something black, creeping through the corners like mold. Where the heck am I? And then my heart nearly stopped. Espoir! You're finally awake! I flinched, not saying a word despite my mouth being ajar in profound shock. You were out for over 2 hours! Were you really that sleepy? There was a teasing lilt to his voice that almost made it sound like he was holding in a laugh. What is this? What is this? Is this some kind of joke? Where am I? I struggled against the restraints again, the ropes against my wrists beginning to burn with every frantic movement. Espoir, be careful. You're gonna hurt yourself even more. I was starting to really panic now, the telltale feeling of a panic attack already beginning to rise in my core. Let me go! I violently pulled against the rope binding my wrists, the rough material painfully scraping against my skin, causing red burn marks almost immediately. Ugh. This guy knows how to tie a knot. My breathing was becoming faster and faster. Stop moving. What the heck is wrong with you? Would you just calm down? The sudden sharpness in his voice made my stomach drop. For a split second, the overly sweet expression he'd been wearing finally cracked. Oh, I'm so sorry, Espoir. I didn't mean to yell. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you. I can be quieter. I'll be quieter. I won't yell again. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm trying so hard to make this nice for you, and you just keep fighting me. The closer he leaned towards me, the sicker I felt. The thick, sickening humidity in the air continuing to cling to the insides of my lungs with every breath. Ew. Please, just let me go home. His face twisted slightly. Is that why you wore that outfit? Yui looked down at the casual outfit I was wearing, the one I specifically picked out just for today. Huh? With an outfit like that? You weren't planning on staying long, were you? Well, no, I just didn't want to stick out. But that's okay. You've already been here for hours and you haven't left yet. There's still a lot of fun to be had. I felt sick to my stomach. Why are you doing this? Isn't it obvious? No! No, it's not. I thought you were supposed to be the smart one, Espoir. Who told you that lie? The smart one? You're still wearing that. What? Your shirt. I followed his gaze downward, a little startled by the abrupt change in conversation. Huh? Well, it's very comfortable, and I know it's a bit formal, but I rather like this shirt. The front of my shirt was stained with something dark and crusted. Do you got ink powers? What the? You really don't remember? Remember what? You were throwing up in your sleep after you fell unconscious. You really are sick, aren't you? I wonder why. A cold feeling settled in my stomach. I don't remember doing that. I don't remember much of anything after entering his house, honestly. It got all over your nice clothes. I would have changed them sooner, but I didn't want to move you too much. I can't believe this is actually happening. Your shirt is really disgusting. I think there's a slightly bigger issue here right now. No, you're filthy. The way he said it almost sounded offended. Like the stain was bothering him more than the fact that I was tied to a chair. You can't stay like that. No, 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 no. Yui suddenly crouched down in between my legs. What are you doing? Calm down, Espoir. You must be uncomfortable in those filthy clothes, Ah! What are you... Yui then reached into his back pocket and pulled out a pair of sharp scissors. I don't think you know scissor safety. My stomach immediately dropped. Hey, what are you doing with those? Stop! I inched backwards as much as being tied to a chair would allow me to. Yui only chuckled at the sight. Espoir, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. On purpose. He leaned in closer and lifted the hem of my shirt with a gentle, steady hand. My voice began to quiver. It was quieter now. What are you doing? I already told you. I'm sure you don't want to spend the rest of your time here in dirty, filthy clothes, do you? You're too special for that, Espoir. No. Before I could respond, the unmistakable sound of metal slicing through fabric filled the room. No, my Gucci shirt! Actually, this shirt is from Old Navy. I got it from a thrift shop. I instinctively jerked away from him, only for the ropes binding me to the chair to stop me almost immediately. Hold still. The scissors continued to glide through the stained fabric. Hey, stop! Just a moment. His tone was so blunt, it made my stomach turn. I knew pleading with a psycho like this would be completely useless at this point. All I could do was squeeze my eyes shut out of pure embarrassment as the remains of my shirt began to slide off my shoulders. Now it's cold! The humid air began to feel cold against my bare skin. Almost done. There we go. I'm so sorry, Espoir. I really should have done that before I tied you up, huh? I didn't respond. I could feel how warm my face had gotten from pure embarrassment. Ooh, when I get out of this, I'm gonna hit you even harder. All Yui did was stare at me with that creepy expression. Are you embarrassed? You shouldn't be. I think you look beautiful like this. Yui's gaze drops downward. Hey! Some of it got on your pants, too. Alright, that's why I'm drawing the line, mate. You come down in my trousers, I'm gonna knee you in the chin, I will. I looked down at my trousers. It was hard to see, but there was definitely a bit of dried vomit on them as well. Hardly enough for it to be any sort of real concern. Yui leaned in close to me again, his slim, damp fingers curling around the waistband of my pants as he held up the scissors once more. Hey! You can't! Please don't! My towel was enough, I'm clean, see? I attempted to jerk myself away again, a small stinging tear welling up in the corner of my eye. Not my Gucci shorts! I was starting to get a bit hysteric. Please! Just hold still, okay? I don't want to accidentally cut you. Ah! The sound of metal blades cutting through the thick material of my trousers began to fill the space around us. No! However, it stopped as soon as it begun. Is there something in your pocket? Huh? Yui fished his hand into the pocket of my pants, his fingers clamping around something thin and white. Oh yeah, the schedule. What's this, Espoir? Well, just my first paper. Why? It's nothing suspicious. I really don't want to respond to this guy. There's no reason unless he gets violent, right? I looked away, still extremely self-conscious about the fact that I don't have a shirt on right now. Yui unfolds the piece of paper to reveal Yuki's timetable that I had planned to give back to her tonight. His expression stiffens. Interesting. Why were you carrying this around, Espoir? I was going to return it to my real best friend, Yuki. I was going to return it to my friend. How kind. Something about the way he said that made my stomach turn. You carried it all the way here, just so you could give it back to her. Yeah. Why? What does he mean, why? Because that's what friends are for. Because it belongs to her? Obviously. I quickly decided to stop talking. I'm really in no position to be getting smart with this guy. Yeah, I guess. I see. It went quiet. Should I say something? I'm not really in any mood to talk, considering the situation I'm in right now. You like her a lot, don't you? Yuki, I mean. Eh? What's it to you? Why do you even care? Oh man, it went by so fast. When I said, why do you even care, that I didn't even realize he said something. He said, I care because... Wait, what? Actually, will you just let me go? Why are we having small talk right now? Do you realize how insane this is, tying me to a chair in some dingy basement? Cutting my clothes off? Is this all just a joke to you or what? Because I haven't laughed once. I'm scared, and I'm cold, and I'm uncomfortable. I feel ill around you, Yui. Literally, it's almost like you're... That's not that bad. That's not that bad. It's not that bad. An intense feeling of disorientation suddenly overcame my senses. What? Espoir? Are you okay? For a moment, everything around me lost its color. The harsh whites burning my eyes, and the dark blacks looking like deep abysses that outlined everything in between. My heart began racing. I couldn't focus on anything anymore. My body felt as if it were floating. Not again. Again? I squeezed my eyes shut in fear and discomfort alike. My voice was almost a whimper. What's happening to me? Before I knew it, I was sobbing. Espoir, just breathe, okay? Espoir? Espoir? Open my eyes? No, I don't want to. I want to stay here. Fine. I opened my eyes. It's not that bad. That's pretty bad. Hey, you stay over there. You stay right there. Don't you come towards the screen. I don't like that. I began to scream and cry at the same time. Eventually, a familiar, damp hand clamped down over my nose and mouth, muffling my sobs. It was almost as if I was being drugged, because it only took a few seconds for my eyes to roll back and unconsciousness to give out. Don't do that. I don't like that. Espoir? Can you hear me? No. Huh? Hey! Hey! There she is. What? I was laying on my side, my head and body pressed against the hard stone floor of the basement. Oh, you're awake. Again. My body is too weak to push myself up. Yui? Espoir? I tensed. What? No, I mean, what is this? Why are we laying down? What happened? You blacked out. You're really ill right now, Espoir. You started screaming and crying at me. You must have seen something pretty nasty. You were terrified. So, I untied you and decided to let you rest your body in a more comfortable position. This house didn't have any other clean blankets, though. Sorry. Are you cold? I tensed and untensed my legs and arms weakly. I really was untied, but I was still too tired to move, so there was no point, really. I'm really tired. I can see that. I thought your body would be a little stronger, Espoir. Eh? What do you mean? Yui frowned. You keep blacking out on me. We can't have any fun if you keep falling asleep. Are the fumes really that strong? I can't control it, you know? I'm still a little too lightheaded to really process what he's even saying. Fumes? Ah! I guess it doesn't really matter. You're awake now, so everything's okay. Everything is most certainly not okay. Why are you even here? Shouldn't a psychopath like you be torturing me to death or something? You shouldn't call people such horrible names, you know. Huh? But it's true. Are you acting dense on purpose? You're insane, and I'm probably going to die here, and it'll be all your fault. Yeah. Why won't you just let me go? I don't understand. I could feel tears welling up in the corners of my eyes. Espoir. Yui inched closer. I'd never let you die, Espoir, and therein lies the problem. Never ever. He took my limp hand in his and began to squeeze it gently. You're way too beautiful for that, Espoir. You're way too perfect for something like that. I could never let something so horrible happen to someone who makes me feel this way. The only person who's ever made me feel this way. I could feel his hot breath ghosting my hand. Stop breathing on my hand. Stop putting your black mist on my hand. Suddenly, a warm black mist began to cloud around his hand and mine. It moved like a ghost, seeping through the fabric of his uniform and creating a dark haze above him like a cloud. Oh no! Are you actually a sentient shadow cloud? Your beautiful scent is enough to drown out my own rotten one. A slimy, black liquid begins to leak from his fingertips, smearing all over my limp hand. It smells sweet. Oh no! Are you the embodiment of rot? You're such a beautiful girl, Espoir. My body can't help but react when I'm around you. Do you have any idea what you do to me, Espoir? Being near you makes everything feel so quiet. Even the smell of this place disappears when you're here. Sometimes I think if I stayed close enough, I'd stop rotting altogether. You make me feel almost human. I'm glad you're having a good time. Yui slowly brings his hand closer to my face. Before I could even process what he was doing, I felt something warm and wet slowly drag across my finger. The sensation was damp, deliberate. Would someone who hates you do this, Espoir? His tongue traced all the way from my knuckle to my fingertip before lingering there for a moment. Ew, ew, ew. The sensation was damp and unnervingly deliberate. A string of saliva briefly connected my finger to his mouth before snapping. The black residue coating my skin began to smear beneath the moisture. It spread in uneven streaks across the back of my hand, thinning into murky gray trails. Yui watched it happen with unsettling fascination. His grip tightened slightly. The sweet smell hanging in the air seemed to grow stronger now. Thicker. He bit down softly on my index finger, gently caressing the soft skin with his tongue. Hey now! Whenever my fingers get near anyone's teeth, it's never a good thing that happens. It felt warm. He looked less like a person and more like a scientist observing something under a microscope, or a starving animal inspecting a meal it didn't quite understand. stand. Yeah, what was that about feeding in that note? I could feel the sticky residue it left behind. I used what energy I had left to quickly pull my hand away. Oh, I just remembered. I have something for you, Espoir. Yui quickly stood up as if nothing just happened and began heading to the basement stairs. I groaned as I pushed myself up into a slouching position. I couldn't afford to be laying down so vulnerably with a freak like this roaming around. Stay there until I get it, okay? I'll be back down here soon. Yui excitedly began to run up the stairs. I looked down at my now wet fingers. Ew, 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 ew. What the heck is this black stuff anyway? There's no way he can just do that, right? I quickly wiped my hand on my trousers, the sticky feeling of it not going away so easily. I really have to get out of here. I looked around the basement, already feeling nauseous from moving my head too fast. Ugh. If I stay down here, I'll die. I still don't know what's wrong with me right now. All I know is that this freak is the cause of it. I'm being drugged, right? That's the only explanation. But there's no way he... No. The symptoms started long before I even got home. The headaches, the nausea, the horrible feeling in my chest. They only started getting worse once he got close. The closer he got, the sicker I became. There's no way. I think there is a way. The sound of a door slamming shut coming from upstairs snapped me out of my thoughts and made me flinch. Wait, Yui's gone. Is he? This could be my only chance to escape, right? My heart began to race at the thought of being trapped down here forever. The idea itself was enough to make my stomach hurt. There isn't enough time to be thinking about that. I have to try to leave. Now! Give up? Never! Save your game, and then get up and look for a way out. Every part of me wanted to stay on the floor, but if I didn't move now, I never would. I forced myself properly upright. Wait, huh? I looked downward. I could tell that I was wearing a shirt when I was laying down back there, but I had hardly processed it until now. Well, at least he did that much. Wait a minute. This is... Oh no, is it Yuki's shirt? I pinched the bottom of the soft cotton shirt that had apparently been put on me while I was unconscious. It was the exact same shirt that I had lost months ago. What the... There's no way this is the same one. How on earth did he get his hands on this? I brought the fabric to my nose, sniffing it lightly to see if it smelled freshly bought or not. It smells exactly like the one that went missing. Oh no. How did he even... The sound of a faint banging noise coming from upstairs made me focus on the idea at hand again. I'll deal with that later. Right now I really need to get moving. I let out a small grunt as I forced myself up off the ground, my vision going black for a second before quickly returning to normal. I glanced at the stairs and quickly took a look around at my surroundings. There's got to be something here that I can at least defend myself with if he starts getting violent. I could search for a weapon or head straight upstairs. Normally, I would search for a weapon, but time is of the essence and I want to head straight upstairs. Or, no, there's no time. He could come back down any second now. I'll just have to rely on my fist if things get nasty. Yeah, my 30 years of pent-up rage. Though Yui hasn't showed any sort of violence since the second I got here. Maybe he wouldn't attack me at all. Place your bets. I weakly hauled myself towards the staircase and began to ascend them. Every step felt heavier than the last. My legs trembled slightly beneath me, threatening to give out at any moment. The world swayed slightly around me. I had to walk on all fours up the rest of the steps just to stop myself from falling backwards. Almost there. I didn't want to think about what would happen if I passed out now. Finally, the top of the staircase. I made it. I peeked my head around the corner of the basement door. He's not here. I thought he'd be looking around for that thing he wanted to show me. Maybe he's on the upper floor. Suddenly, a faint crashing noise emitted from the ceiling above me. Where is it? I know I put it up here. How could I have lost something so important? So he's upstairs. I doubt he'll be up there for long enough. My stomach suddenly twisted, and and I had to hold onto the wall to support myself. I forgot how nauseating this living room was. Staying up here for too long will only make me faint again. I have to hurry. My eyes locked onto the front door that I entered this nightmare from. I wasted no time sprinting towards it and rattling the handle as quietly as I could. The door won't budge, of course. I forgot it was locked. Merde! What do I do? I'm a sitting duck here. Well, maybe I should grab a weapon. I glanced at the staircase Yui was at the top of with an anxious frown. I need the key for the front door, but where would that be? Search the cupboards, living room, basement, kitchen. Well, I'm already in the living room, so maybe it's there. The living room might be a good place to look. I mean, I'm right here after all. I quickly searched around the living room. The TV, the shelves, under the sofa. Nothing. I'm starting to feel nauseous again. Dang it! God knows only how much of this toxic air I've been breathing in now. What is going on? What is he? Where on earth is the key? All this frantic moving around is making me feel sick. Why don't I go up and ask him? Cupboards? Basement? I don't want to go back down there. Maybe the kitchen? The kitchen, huh? Well, it isn't too far off from the living room, so the idea is plausible. I began tiptoeing towards the kitchen that was joined to the living room. It has to be here, right? My eyes drifted towards the kitchen counter. Maybe. No way! I quickly moved towards the shiny piece of metal I could see laying out on the counter. Yeah, most people do leave their keys in the kitchen. The key was sitting right there. Why do I feel like this is a trap? It was as if it had never been hidden in the first place. For a moment, I wonder if Yui had left it there intentionally. He didn't bother trying to hide this at all. I guess he assumed I wouldn't be able to leave the basement. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps rapidly descending stairs caught my attention. Merde, I gotta hurry! Espoir! I ignored my voice being called, quickly bolting towards the front door and shoving the key into the keyhole. Espoir? Wait! I could hear the sound of footsteps rapidly approaching. Every nerve in my body tensed with adrenaline. I let out a yelp of fear as the door finally unlocked. I swung the door open and began to bolt out through the front door. See ya! Wouldn't want to be ya! The feeling of fresh, cold air hitting my skin after breathing in nothing but humid, drug-like fumes for hours on end was enough to make my head swim in immediate ecstasy. But there's no time to celebrate yet. I have to keep running before he... The feeling of being tackled to the ground snapped me out of my brief moment of satisfaction. Fight him! Fight him! Alligator roll! Pummel him! Espoir, what are you doing? Get off me! Get off me! I will kick you! I thrashed, trying to get the boy off me despite his attempts to pin me down. I could take him! I could take him! I said get off! But you can't leave, Espoir. Please. Can we at least talk about this? No. What is your problem? Once I get out of here, I'm calling the police on you. You drugged me, tied me up, and locked me in your disgusting house. Espoir, I was only doing it because I care about you. I really love you, Espoir. More than anything. Please don't leave me. You and I both know that you don't have anyone else. What you mean by that? Yeah, the heck is that supposed to mean? I tensed slightly at the fact that he was technically, partially correct. So? That don't mean nothing. That only means I have less people to jump you with. I can only really name one friend I have to my name. My best friend. I have Yuki. She's my best friend, and I don't need anyone else, especially not a freak like you. Yui is like, you misread the title of this game. Yui's expression flattened slightly, his grip on my arms loosening. Push him off? I feel suspicious that's the only response I have. Get off! I didn't wait for him to start speaking again, and used the rest of my remaining strength to push him off of me. I silently wished that I had some sort of weapon to properly defend myself right now. Just me and the game is slowly turning to me. Man, I sure wish I had a weapon right now. Well, we had to go. We didn't have time. Yui fell off my hips, landing on the cold concrete with a thud. Serves you right. I tried to push myself up off the ground, but had massively underestimated just how much energy I'd already used up. All I could manage was a pathetic crawling position on all fours. Come on! Why the heck can't I... Ah! The feeling of an arm around my neck suddenly made me gasp in shock. It was hard. A tight grip. One that I didn't think Yui was capable of. It cut my airflow almost entirely. Espoir. His voice sounded strangely small, almost fragile. I began to claw desperately at his arm as my vision began to shake. Why? My heart pounded violently against my ribs. Every instinct screamed at me to get away. Why would you say such a thing? His grip tightened, my throat completely being crushed in his arm's tight, bruising grip. Ah! Okay, maybe I can't take him. I could hear him breathing heavily behind me. Uneven, shaky. I tried so hard. I really did. Ah! The world around me began to darken at the edges. Everything seemed further away somehow. Like I was already leaving it behind. Yui, I can't. I just wanted you to stay. It's like you hated me from the very start. Something warm landed against the side of my neck. Oh, are you crying? Aw. A tear? His breathing got heavier. A slight sniffle and a small whimper accompanying his heavy breathing. Yui was crying. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm sorry. I just don't know what else to do, Espoir. If I let you go, then you'll forget me, right? I don't think I'm ever gonna forget you, pal. I let out a choked, gagging noise, my hand still clawing at his arm, weaker now. If I let you go, then someone else will get to you, someone quicker than me. She isn't even here anymore, and you're still choosing her? For a moment, all I could hear was his shaky voice. Then there was silence, just the sound of my own heartbeat, slower. Aw, man. And slower. The last thing I saw was the pavement beneath me. The last thing I heard was Yui's broken sobs as he pressed his face into the back of my neck. And then I felt nothing. Rude. Ending. Breathtaking. Ha 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 ha. Rude. All right, you're so smart. Let's search for a weapon then. A weapon, huh? I swiftly began looking around the dingy basement, lifting things up and moving items around in hopes to find something that could prove useful. There's no way a basement this rotten doesn't have at least a scrap piece of metal lying around or something. I continued looking for around 10 seconds more before my eyes landed on something dark and shiny. Is that? Yui's scissors! The ones he used to cut my shirt off. I will not forget that. I will not forgive that. They must have fallen out of his pocket when he was lying down opposite me. I held onto them tightly before looking up at the staircase that Yui had ascended just a few moments ago. Oh, this gonna get messy. I need the key for the front door, but where could it be? Well, we now know it's in the kitchen. Well, we know it's in the kitchen, but I wonder what would happen if we searched elsewhere. Search the basement? Maybe. Maybe I'd missed something. Would Yui really have brought the key downstairs? I feel sick and weak from just hauling myself up from there. I'm really not in the mood to descend that staircase again. But then again, what choice do I have? If the key is down there, then I've got to check, right? My legs already felt like they were going to give out beneath me, but I turned around anyway. One step, then another. And then a fail. Then another. The basement somehow felt even darker than before. This is going to be such a waste of time if I don't find this stupid thing. I searched under the chairs, the floor, the shelves, every corner I could think of. Nothing. I've wasted all that time for nothing. Yui's got to be wrapping up whatever he's doing at the top floor by now. Once I get back upstairs, I've only got the time to check one place else. This is one of those times where I need to be really lucky. I began hauling myself back up the basement stairs, the feeling of having to push my weakened body past its limits really getting to me now. Think, where would a freak like Yui leave something like a house key? Well, we know it's in the kitchen. What about the cupboards? What you got in your cupboards? I doubt anyone would leave a key in a cupboard. That would be kind of random. Stop questioning me. Me? Then again, we're talking about a psycho here. I quietly searched the cupboards. Plates, bowls, glasses. Nothing. Well, it was worth a shot. Oh no, are we gonna get caught? But time is really of the essence here. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps rapidly descending stairs caught my attention. No. No. I froze. It was too late. Espoir? My stomach dropped. What are you doing? I slowly turned around. Nothing. I was doing nothing. Yui was standing at the bottom of the staircase. How did you have the strength to get up here? Were you trying to leave, Espoir? No. I instinctively took a step backwards, clutching the scissors in my hand tightly. Oh, good, I still have the scissors. Yui's gaze drifted downwards. What? I got nothing? What are you looking down for? There's nothing there. I see. You see nothing. Yui's smile faltered. For the first time since I'd met him, he looked genuinely disappointed. Stay back! I got some scissors. I pointed the scissors at him, my body trembling slightly. Why are you doing this, Espoir? He took a step forward. I said stay back. I will stab you. I will. Yui continued walking forward as I continued taking steps backwards. Where did you manage to find my scissors? What are you planning on doing with those, Eventually, my back hit a wall, and Yui was looming over me. Are you planning to stab me with those? My body tensed. I clutched the scissors tighter, unsure as to why I hadn't attacked him by now. I know you're not going to stab me, Espoir. An angel like you wouldn't do such a thing. He don't know me very well, do he? Man, if I was kidnapped, if I was in a dangerous situation, there would be no people pleasing. There would be no fawning. You gon' die, or at least come out with some bruises. He leaned in closer. Just open the front door. Let me leave, and I won't hurt you much. Why am I shaking so much? I began to feel cold and hot at the same time, my body reacting to the sudden proximity of Yui. The closer he got, the stranger I felt. What are you? You're not going to hurt me anyway, Espoir. I know you won't. I will! Really? Yui gently held my wrist that was holding the scissors and brought the sharp blades close to his face. Even now? Gushy noises! A slick black tongue emerged from his lips, coating the blades in a thin sheen of black saliva. What the? I'm completely vulnerable, Espoir. I'm not holding anything. I don't have a secret weapon in my back pocket. So just do it. What are you waiting for? I stared up at him with an anxious frown. I wanted nothing more than to push this freak off of me, to cut him, stab him, anything. But I've never heard anyone like this before. What if I accidentally killed him? Yeah, what if? I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison just for defending myself. Yeah, stab him. No, listen me. We're in this together. We have to come to a compromise. I click stab him, you stab him. We'll figure it out later. If I don't do something about this guy, he's going to kill me sooner or later. Oh, okay. All right, you were saying no to your own self. I clenched the scissors tighter, let out a sharp exhale. Yeah, you don't know me. You don't know who I am. If I had $1 for every time these Yanderes thought I gave a fluff, I'd be broke 'cause I don't give a fluff. And quickly drove the sharp blades directly into his chest. Now do it again. And again. And again. My heart began racing, the adrenaline of what I'd just done causing my hands to tremble. Espoir. I can't believe you really did it. He placed his hand over his chest, and began panting softly. Uh-oh, wait, or is he into that? Why are you blushing? Did I stab him lighter than I thought? He doesn't seem to be in any pain at all. I didn't think you'd stab me. It feels even better than I thought it would. You're stronger than you look. What the heck? Aw, man, he's into it. Black liquid began leaking through his shirt, creating a small puddle at our feet. It was a potent smell, the same humid, cloying, fume-like smell from before. That almost sounds like what gasoline or oil smells like. Are you made of oil? Don't let America know about that. America. I had to cover my mouth with my hand in order to stop myself from gagging. Ugh. You're so cute when you're like this, Espoir. To be stabbed by you like this. Yui then grabbed my wrist tightly and began to use the scissors I was holding to stab himself over and over again. Were there eyes in the spooky, shadowy things? Ah! Stop! I quickly let go of the scissors, letting them drop to the floor with a clang. What the heck is wrong with you? Yeah, what the heck is wrong with you? Yui was breathing heavily. Espoir, why didn't you do this earlier? It feels amazing. He tightly gripped my arm and brought me closer to him. We're going to have so much fun, me and you. He picked up the scissors I dropped and forced them back into my trembling hand. The aroma of whatever liquid was pouring out of the wounds on his stomach immediately started to make my head spin. Let's just start now. Just do what you did before. Again. Oh, no. I better be getting paid for this. Ending. Masochist. Okay, well, maybe stabbing him isn't the best idea. I admit that I was wrong. This did not help. In fact, this made things worse, so let's hesitate. I couldn't move. Despite everything, despite wanting nothing more than to get rid of this psycho for good, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. See? No, it's not like I wasn't. It's just, you're crazy. He just chuckled. I knew you didn't really hate me. You keep saying you do. You keep looking at me like you do. But every time, you prove me right. I hated how calm he sounded. I hated how certain he sounded. Like, man, I'll stab you anyway. You need me, Espoir. Just like I need you. I don't need you. Slowly, Yuri reached forward. His fingers tightened around my wrist. The gesture should have felt threatening. Instead, it felt strangely careful. See? His hand guided mine away from him. The tip of the scissors slowly lowering. The metal trembled in my grasp. Neither of us looked away. You don't want to hurt me. You never did. The scissors slipped from my fingers. They hit the floor with a metallic clatter. Yui gently pulled me into a tight embrace. Ew. My body froze in shock. You're way too cute, Espoir. His voice cracked. You had every chance, and you still chose me. That's not what happened. Yeah, the me playing this game was just feeling cheeky. It is. My stomach sank. I wanted to push him off me, but there was really no point. I now knew that I didn't have the strength to truly hurt this guy. We're going to have so much fun together. I promise. You won't have to worry about anything anymore, Espoir. We'll be together. Forever. For the first time, I realized how badly I'd misunderstood the situation. Yui didn't see my hesitation as mercy. He saw it as an answer. Aw, man, I'm not your girlfriend. Ending. You never meant it. Alright, well, fine. Why don't we search the kitchen, get that key, and we'll see what happens now that I have some scissors. Espoir, what are you doing? Get off me! I thrashed, trying to get the boy off me despite his attempts to pin me down. I said get off! Yui looked to the side, noticing the scissors that were supposed to be for my own defense lying on the floor. Aw, man! He leaned over, still straddling my hips, and picked them up, examining them once before looking down at me with a small frown. Oh, wait, I dropped them! My scissors? I tensed. Give those back so I can stab you! Yui held the scissors tightly, holding them out of my immediate reach. Yui, please, why are you doing this? What is wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me. Yeah, nothing's wrong with him. You drugged me, tied me up, and locked me in your disgusting home? No, there's definitely something wrong with you. How disgusting can a human being like you be? Me. I don't remember how much you've seen at this point, but I don't think we're dealing with a human being. I'm... Save it. Get off me and let me go now, and then give me those scissors so I can stab you. Uh-oh. Why do you hate me so much, Espoir? Why do I hate you? Is it not completely obvious? What, are you brain dead too? You have no one, Espoir. You had one real friend to your name, and she's not even here anymore. So what now, Espoir? Are you really going to abandon the one person who actually wants to be around you? What the heck are you talking about? Yuki is alive and well. What are you talking about? What do you know about who likes me and who doesn't? Yuki didn't come to your stupid party because she wasn't invited, idiot. This whole thing was a kidnapping scheme, remember? That's not what I meant, Espoir. Yuki isn't here anymore. She's gone. What did you do to Yuki? Also, that black sludge they were describing that was all over her phone, that was your ichor, wasn't it? This guy is truly speaking nonsense. What's that supposed to mean? She's probably at home, feeling upset that her best friend didn't even bother to check on her. And it's all your fault. No, she didn't get home, Espoir. The certainty in his voice made my stomach tighten. You don't know that. I do. The laugh that escaped him was small and quiet, almost embarrassed. You really don't believe me? She was all alone, you know. You weren't there. I stared up at him. She kept looking around, like she expected someone to help her, like she expected you to help her. But who would stay at school so late on a Friday evening? Are you now trying to manipulate me into thinking that this is all my fault? My mouth suddenly felt dry. So, obviously nobody came. Isn't that kinda sad? Something about the way he said it made my skin crawl. My blood ran cold. What did you do? Nothing. Nothing important. Suddenly, something inside me shifted, and I became the Hulk and pushed him off of me. The cold breeze and fresh air entering my lungs with every breath began to make the world around me become clearer and clearer. My eyes drifted downwards. Yui smirked and rested his hand on the collar of his school uniform. That's... Yui followed your gaze. Ah, you finally noticed. What? What did I notice? He played with the material between his fingers. It kind of fits perfectly, doesn't it? My stomach dropped. What, is that like Yuki's ribbon or something? I wasn't sure at first, but the moment I put it on, it felt right. I was speechless. I'm a little surprised you didn't notice sooner, Espoir. It's not every day you see a boy wearing the girl's uniform. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Why are you wearing a girl's uniform? I mean, it's cute. I'm a big fan of Revolutionary Girl Utena, so wearing the different genders' uniform is pretty cool. You must have been pretty loopy before you even met me, huh? So does that mean as soon as Yui showed up, Yuki was already de-shirted? This uniform would have just rotted away with her, so I had to make use of it somehow. Also, what were you wearing before that? Were you just shirtless? I thought me wearing it would make you like me more, but I suppose it didn't really make a difference, huh? Pure rage began to bubble up in my chest. Rage mixed with adrenaline, mixed with pure dread. What did you do to her? I already told you, Espoir. The details aren't really that important. You know, normally I would talk, but I'm too mad. You getting pushed. I needed him to get off me. Needed to run to Yuki's house to make sure that she was okay. I let out a yell and used up all of my strength to shove him off me. Yeah! Yui fell onto the pavement with a thud. I pushed myself up the best I could and prepared myself to start running. I have to get away from him, no matter what! Ouch! Huh? Who is stabbing me in the back, I so quietly wonder? I stumbled and dropped to my knees and held my stomach, hot red blood already seeping through the gaps between my fingers. Rude! The sound of scissors clattering to the floor filled my ears before being replaced by the sound of my own slow heartbeat. My vision began to blur at the edges. Wait! Why? Pourquoi, bro? For a second there was a sharp, throbbing pain, followed by the feeling of my body hitting the floor, then swiftly being followed by the feeling of nothingness. Espoir, I didn't mean to. No. Oh, no. Espoir. Yui wrapped his arms around me, holding me tightly. Well, you shouldn't have stabbed me. Hot tears began to drip against the back of my neck. I didn't. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. Just breathe. Just breathe, okay? Espoir? I did. I say you, I did. Ending. Accidents happen. Alright. Okay. Maybe stabbing isn't the key. Maybe running away isn't the key. Maybe we should just talk. My heart was racing. All I could do was stare up at this psycho with a piercing glare. You... What are you? Yeah! Is this some sort of nightmare? Fortunately not, Espoir. You've at least figured out why I'm doing this now, haven't you? It's because I really, truly love you, Espoir. I love you more than anything and anyone else in the whole world. Love? I think you're reading the wrong dictionary if you think this is what love is. I stared up at him in complete disbelief. This isn't love. This is what you call love? I didn't even know you existed until a few hours ago, and you're claiming you love me? I let an incredulous laugh escape my throat. You're sick, Yui. It's people like you who are the reason why the world is as it is now. Yeah, people going around kidnapping people, putting them in their basement, trying to get them to fall in love with them. If you're even a person at all. Espoir. I would never love a disgusting freak like you. Maybe. I mean, I've fallen in love with some disgusting freaks. Well, aren't you going to say something? I do believe he is in shock. Oh no. Yui raised the scissors he was holding, causing me to flinch and raise my hands above me in defense. Am I going to die? Wait! Ah! Now, Yui, don't do that. Oh, don't do that! He collapsed on his side, his body hitting the pavement with a thud. Oh, and you still never answered my question. What the funnel cakes? That funnel cakes was earned. If there was any other time to say what the funnel cakes, it's now. I quickly clasped my hand over my mouth, the sight I just witnessed making me feel the need to vomit from shock alone. Oh my god. What do we do in this situation? I hauled myself up, ignoring the discomfort of forcing my weakened body to move so suddenly. Yui? You good? You okay? He's fine. There was no response. I took a step backwards, then another, and finally spun around to start sprinting back to my house. I ran and ran, making a beeline straight to my home. They can't pin this on me. There was no witnesses. I didn't look back. I couldn't. My legs burned with every step, threatening to give out beneath me at any moment. But I kept running, away from him, away from that house, away from... Oh yeah, where's Yuki? My thoughts felt scrambled, wrong, like my brain was desperately trying to reject what it had just seen. Yui was dead. The words didn't feel real. Nothing felt real. Yui was gone, but for some reason, I didn't feel any better. What a way to go. Ending. Hopelessly devoted. Oh man, now I feel bad. A little bit. A teeny bit. A teeny bit. So my friend Yuki, she's had a bad run of it. Her phone got some mysterious inky black liquid all over it, and I could go see if she's okay, because she is my best friend. She's kind of my only friend. Or she's fine. I'm sure she's fine. Let's just go home. Well, I glanced at the time again before letting out a small sigh. I really hope she doesn't take this the wrong way, but I have been waiting for quite a while now. Besides, Yuki's my best friend. She'll understand. Ha 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 ha. Your best friend in a visual novel about Yanderes is never safe. I turned away and began walking home. Man, the wind is seriously getting chilly. It's not too cold, though, I suppose. I began my journey home, past the houses, through the trees, the usual. It didn't take long for me to reach my house. Man, this is an uncanny-looking house. Like, I feel like I've been here before. Finally, home sweet home, everything's okay. I kicked my school shoes off and headed to the kitchen to make some food for the night. There's not much here, so it looks like it's instant noodles. Again. Well, it's not like I don't like them or anything. It's just, food can get pretty samey after you've had it one too many times. Even foods you really, really like. I turned on my kettle and let it boil before pouring the boiling water into the cup of raw instant noodles. These look good already. I'm starving. I brought the cup of noodles to the couch with me while I waited for it to cook. What to do in the meantime? Call Yuki's mother, relax for the evening. You know what? I don't feel like bothering nobody. Let's just relax for the evening. I thought about anything I might have needed to do this evening, but stopped trying when nothing came to mind. For once, I'm totally relaxed. I can't remember the last time I've had a proper free time like this. I settled back onto the couch, carefully picking up my cup noodles, and I gave them a stir. Yummy! I blew on them before eating them slowly. After I finished the noodles, I put the empty cup down and laid down on the sofa. Ah, this is life. When was the last time I was this at peace? My eyelids began to flutter before they completely closed. It didn't take long for me to fall into a deep slumber. My phone vibrated next to me multiple times throughout my rest. It was too quiet to wake me up, though. For some reason, it felt like I was forgetting something important. Oh well, we'll never know. Ending blissfully unaware. Haha, no shenanigans. Okay, maybe I should call Yuki's mother. Did she get home? Just as I was about to get comfortable on my sofa, a sudden urgent thought popped into my head. I should probably call Yuki's mother right now, right? To make sure she got home safe. I inwardly cursed myself for not doing it sooner. I hope her mom doesn't think I ditched her or something. I took my phone out and rang her mother's number. Espoir? Good evening, Miss Sakurabi. I'm calling about Yuki. I didn't see her after school today. I didn't see her at her club today. Is she okay? Uh-oh. Espoir, I thought she was with you. Eh? Wait, she isn't at home? She seriously isn't at home after all this time? I haven't seen her since morning, Espoir. I thought... Oh, God. Okay, let's not panic. I was told her phone was broken, so wherever she is, she's going to have to use someone else's phone. If you get a call from an unknown number, make sure to answer it, okay? All right. Where could she be? It's been hours since school finished. It's all right. I'll go find her. I'll go back to school to see if she's still there. Thank you so much, Espoir. If you find her, then please call me straight away. I will. I promise. Oh no, are we gonna find her? She didn't get home? I quickly stood up from the couch and jogged to put my school shoes back on. I didn't even know if the gates were even still open at this time, but I have to try anyway. Because that's what friends do. I quickly stepped outside, locked my front door, and began speed-walking back to school. The cold wind hit my face with every step. It was getting much colder now that it was getting later. Going back to school past 9 p.m., huh? What a joke. Eventually, I reached the school gates. To no surprise, they were closed due to the late hour. I walked around to the other side of the building, where the second set of gates were located, hoping that at least those ones were still open. I don't like that I can hear something like crawling around behind me. Ah, they're open. Thank God. But who the heck would still be here at this ungodly hour? Well, apart from me. And possibly Yuki, I guess. Is she having a sleepover? I began to walk into the building with quick strides. I really hope she's okay, of course, but I better not have to come all the way here just to see her screwing around or something. Yeah, her mom is worried too, after all. After climbing 2 flights of stairs, I began walking a little slower due to fatigue. I just walked all the way from my house in a rush, after all. Being in school after hours is so creepy. It's like an abandoned building. My footsteps echoed across the sterile, polished floors of the second floor. Floors that I put the majority of the effort into polishing, mind you. Oh yeah. Yuki hardly does any of the work when it comes to after-school cleaning. She never wants to get her hands dirty with stuff like that. She totally ticks me off sometimes. However, the thought made me smirk to myself a little. She's seriously too much. Oh, my best friend. As I reached the 3rd floor, I made a beeline straight for her clubroom door. She might not even be in here, but if she is, I might as well have a bit of fun. Is this gonna be like Doki Doki Literature Club again? Am I going to slowly open the door and then be traumatized? I slowly creeped towards the door and prepared myself to swing it open with more force than necessary. It's something she always does to scare the daylights out of me, so it'd be nice that she can finally have a taste of her own medicine for a change. I held back a childish chuckle and pressed my hands against the door. Yeah, something terrible is gonna be behind this door, isn't it? And swung them open with all my might. Yuki! Not again! What? Oh, and he took her shirt. You left her in her cute little leopard bra. I was frozen. For some reason, my legs wouldn't allow me to move. What? Yui! What happened? How did she... he strangled her. You got the black fingernail ichor on her neck. You strangled my friend. You took her Gucci shirt, and now you're wearing it. As per what happened in the last episode. My heart began racing in my ears. I felt like throwing up from fear alone. I couldn't look away. If her eyes were closed, then I'd assume she was sleeping, but there's no way. My voice came out quieter than a whisper. I slowly walked towards the body. Yuki? You good? I averted my eyes and stumbled backwards. I felt sick to my stomach. I'm about to cry. There's actual tears forming in my eyes. I was hyperventilating now. How could this happen? I don't understand. Is this real? This can't be real. This is a joke, right? Great joke, Yuki. I was overcome with fear and shock. My brain was struggling to process what I was truly seeing. Oh my God. Yui, I'm gonna beat you up. I can't believe you really left her, Espoir. Shut up! I screamed. Someone grabbed my arm tightly. It was too dark to properly make them out. All I could see was a pair of eyes and a wide smile. Ah! So, you do care about her after all. You're too sweet, Espoir. I began crying. Ah! We're going to have so much fun together, me and you. Ah! A damp hand covered my nose and mouth, muffling my sobs. My vision began to blur, dark spots clouding my vision, and the already dark room getting darker, before my body went limp in his arms. Shh, just close your eyes. I passed out before my body could hit the floor. Ah! Ending. Class dismissed. Ah! My cute friend Is it the first time we see Yuki? Man! Oh, you're gonna get it now, Yui. Okay, you know what? Going back to the beginning, maybe we should go see if she's okay. Maybe we better make sure that she's not shirtless and strangled. Yeah, I mean, what kind of friend leaves their buddy alone after something like that, after getting their phone covered in a strange, mysterious black goop? We're best friends and all, but I've never been the best at comforting people. Maybe I... Ah! Espoir! I know it's a little short notice, but I'd like to invite you to a party I'm hosting tonight. A party? Is this an invitation? Why, of course! I'd love to, but this is a bit short notice. Going to a stranger's party, huh? It could be fun, but I do have plans this weekend after all. 10 hours of Pal World. Sorry, but I can't tonight. It does sound like fun, but I'd rather know in advance about these sort of things. I hope you have fun, though. Aww. Oh, it's all right. I know that a girl like you probably has a lot to do on a weekend like this, right? Why do I feel like that was condescending? Well, I can't imagine just how busy you are. There's no hard feelings at all. The next time I do something like this, I'll be sure to let you know in advance, okay? Yeah, sounds good. His smile looks strained. Good. Yeah. Huh. We're just here staring at each other. This is kind of awkward. Does he know he can leave now? Well, I'm gonna go check on Yuki now, so... I began to start walking past him, before a warm hand suddenly grabbed my arm tightly. Hey! For some reason, the sudden proximity between us immediately made my head spin. I almost felt nauseous. Oh, sorry, Espoir. He quickly let go. Yuki actually went home early, so you don't have to wait up for her. Look at that smile. He's wearing her shirt, you know. That shirt that he's wearing, that's hers. You psycho. Wait, really? Why? Oh, you know, I'm sure that whole phone sabotage thing really made her upset, you know? You know about that? Why, of course. She looked really depressed all day because of it. I'm surprised you didn't notice her disappearance sooner, Espoir. I guess. I mean, we're not in the same class, so... I'm surprised Yuki would leave school without telling me. I mean, I didn't see her at her club today, but I don't think that meant she'd gone home. Well, see you. Have a nice weekend. You too, My mind went blank. I totally forgot to ask him for his name during this entire conversation. Or did he already tell me? I can't remember for some reason. Is that important? Yui. Ah, there it is. Thanks. Have a nice weekend too, Yui. Enjoy your party. Yui gave me a big smile and turned around and began walking back into the school through the front doors. He is probably making such a face. I'm assuming he left something behind or something, like the entire body of my best friend. That interaction just now. I can't help but have my thoughts linger on what Yui told me about Yuki. How did she leave without anyone saying anything? Yuki's the epitome of a pretty popular girl. Someone would have had something to say. And if she did leave, Then why did nobody tell me? I'm her best friend after all. I took a quick glance at my phone. 7:10 p.m. Geez, this has got to be the latest time I've left school ever. My steps got a little faster as I quickened my pace. I really should have brought a coat. I'm shivering. Did the temperature really drop that rapidly, or is it just me? Matter of fact, I have a bit of a headache, too. Ugh. All this thinking about Yuki's well-being must be really making me feel ill. When I get home, I'm totally laying down for a bit. I continued my trek home, the cold wind not helping with my headache at all. I'm almost there anyway. Finally, home sweet home, start revving up that ramen noodles. I took off my school shoes and immediately headed to the sink to grab a glass of water. Jeez, my head is still pounding. I seriously have no idea what's causing this horrible feeling. I grabbed a clean glass and ran the water from the tap before filling it up and taking a small sip of the cold liquid. Ugh, I feel nauseous again. I suddenly, involuntarily lurched my body over the sink and began to vomit. Ugh! All from standing next to him for a few seconds? What the... I quickly wiped my mouth with a tissue and ran the tap to wash away whatever landed in there. Ugh, where did this even come from? I was feeling fine until I started walking home. Or... I thought to myself for a moment. Actually, I did have a bit of this feeling when I was talking to that boy back there. Yui. I walked over to my sofa and sat down, slowly letting out a long breath I didn't know I was holding. Jeez, and I was supposed to have a fun evening of relaxing and gaming tonight. There's no way I'm in the mood for that now, not when I'm feeling so ill. Why doesn't anything go my way? What? Suddenly, the sound of my front door closing snapped me out of my moping, my body immediately flinching in shock. What? Huh? I spun around on the sofa and used my knees to prop myself up on the cushions, so I was facing the front door. Who goes there? How dare you? You approach me in my own abode? Little do you know I keep a machete in every room. Who's there? Hello? Maybe I didn't lock my front door properly and the wind just slammed it shut. For some reason, my heart was still racing as I was grabbing my machete. Go check the front door, sit back down. Oh, we gonna investigate. Go check the front door. I slowly climbed off the sofa. My stomach churned as I made my way towards the hallway. The house was completely silent, so silent that I could hear my own heartbeat. I looked around one more time. Hello? No response. I cautiously reached for the front door handle. It turned. What? The front door wasn't locked? Well, I was pretty distressed. I always lock my front door. There's no way I forgot to lock it. Trying not to think too hard about it, I quickly grabbed my front door key on the vanity next to me and quickly locked it. I might need to leave that open in case I need to escape. There. That's better. This is also another really uncanny looking room. I slowly moved to sit back down on the sofa, my movements a little more jumpy than usual. I'm sure it's fine. Who would break into someone's home while they're still indoors? It was definitely just the wind. I suddenly let out a long yawn. I would be so on edge. Despite not doing much today, I'm suddenly so tired. It's way too early to go to bed now, though. Maybe I'll just watch some TV. Watching stuff on television always takes my mind off of things after a long day. Hopefully it'll distract me from my sudden sickness, too. I grabbed the TV remote next to me, my expression quickly turning into a grimace. Why? Ew, there's crumbs all over this thing. Since when did my remote get all dirty like this? Gross. I quickly wiped it off with my sleeve, silently scolding myself for being so slobbish. Was it Yuki that did this? I don't ever remember getting so many The light suddenly cut out, plunging the living room into pure darkness. My blinds were closed too, preventing even the moonlight from reaching inside. In an instant, Everything around me disappeared. I couldn't see the sofa. I couldn't see the walls. I couldn't even see my own hands in front of me, and I could not see my machete that I never let go of. I was completely blind. Actually, let me make sure my machete actually is still here beside me. Yep, What, you think I'm kidding? You think I don't have a machete in my room? Seriously? A blackout? And just as I was about to watch some television. For some reason, I still didn't have the energy to move. Actually, it was slightly worse now. I brought my hand to my head, a headache immediately beginning to form. My movements began to feel sluggish. Even the motion of holding my arm up to soothe my headache felt laborious. Laborious. Laborious? Why do I suddenly feel so... My body began feeling warmer, or something to my left was emanating a warm heat that was making it hard to think. My heart began pounding in my ears. Every inhale felt heavier than the last. Something's wrong. I grabbed my phone next to me and shined the flashlight around, starting from the right, and then to my left. I'm prepared. Hi. Espoir? What? I flew out of the sofa, stumbling and tripping backwards onto the hardwood floor beneath me. My phone flew out of my hand almost instantly, and then I grabbed my machete. Who are you? Espoir? It's me. Relax. Which one of the Yanderes who sneak into my closet are you? I felt someone climbing on top of me. Hey! I mustered all of the strength I could to shove the stranger off of me. I heard them fall onto the floor opposite me. I immediately stood up, the flashlight of my phone on the floor being the only light source. Grab my phone? Try the light switch? Well, the light switch doesn't work. Grab the phone. I just need my phone. I can't see a thing in this darkness. I lunged towards the flashlight lying on the floor. Espoir! Before my fingers could reach it, something slammed into me. Oof! Why? I hit the floor, hard. The air was knocked from my lungs. A heavy weight immediately pinned me down. Hey, why are you trying to run away? You're not being very nice, Espoir. You were lying when you said you had things to do this evening, weren't you? Well, I mean, relaxing is very important. That is a thing to set time aside for. I was in complete shock. I could feel myself hyperventilating. Oh no. I'm not scaring you, am I? Yui flipped me over, his damp hands curling around my neck to keep me anchored to the floor. Ah! My sudden lack of air and the strong, intoxicating aroma emitting from the being on top of me made my body go limp almost instantly. It didn't take long for my vision to truly go black, a thin line of saliva drooling down my chin and onto the floor. What's with you and strangling folks? I could feel his hands lifting off my neck, a soft, awkward chuckling sound emitting from on top of me. How easy. Ending too easy. No, I am not easy. I will fight you. I will fight you, sir. You just caught me off guard. Yay, we got 8 out of 14 endings. And might I give a very big thank you to the developer for putting a walkthrough on TikTok for me to read and use. A very easy to read walkthrough. Thank you very much for that. So apparently something different happens if I try the light switch, so, okay. The light switch. If I could just reach the light switch. I stumbled towards the wall. Espoir? My hand frantically searched across the wallpaper. Then... Oh, it works. The lights immediately flickered back on. Huh? The blackout wasn't real? Someone had just managed to turn everything off? And standing in the middle of my living room was... You! Espoir! Yui? For a split second, neither of us moved. Then Yui stepped towards me. Wait. Panic completely took over. I swung at him with all my might. Machete! Ha-ha! He fell to the floor. I wasted no time climbing on top of him and going wham, 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 wham. This is Tekken 3. Wham, wham, wham. I know I make a lot of jokes about beating someone up, but I am actually quite peaceful. I wasted no time climbing on top of him and wrapping my hands around his neck. Don't do that, he enjoys it! What are you doing in my house? How much did you see? Before I could get another word in, I suddenly began coughing. Oh shoot, I forgot about that. I continued having a coughing fit for a whole 7 seconds. Black specks mixed with red ones began to fly out of my mouth. Some of it landed on Yuki. What? I brought one trembling hand to my mouth. When I pulled it away, my palm was smeared with red and black. Man! Blood and something else. Something that smelled just like him. Did you put something in my noodles? What? The black residue clung to my skin. No matter how hard I stared at it, I couldn't figure out what I was looking at. My breathing was becoming increasingly uneven. More black specks continued to fall from my lips whenever I coughed. Is this blood? Blood. Yui's voice sounded strained. I ignored him. What the heck is happening to me? What is this black stuff? Oh God! Espoir. A wet sound suddenly came from beneath me, followed by another. Ah! And another. I slowly looked down. Oh no! Yui was still underneath me, but something was wrong. His body kept tensing, like it was impossible to stay completely still, like he was trying to hold something in. His fingers clenched into tight fists on the floor. His shoulders trembled. The sound that came out of him barely resembled laughter. I'm so scared right now! It sounded wet, broken, wrong. My stomach dropped. What? I subconsciously tightened my grip around his neck, out of fear and adrenaline combined. Or maybe because I didn't know what he would do if I let him go. Yui was smiling. Far too widely for someone being choked. Or, wide enough for somebody who likes being choked. Espoir! What are you doing? I'm choking you out. I couldn't move. The color was rapidly draining from his skin. Ah! Black slowly spread beneath it, like ink soaking through paper. He is becoming the darkness. His cheeks, his neck. Ah! Well, I'm gonna be seeing that in the darkness tonight. His hands. Every second there was less and less human skin left. Until his eyes and teeth remained visible against the darkness. His eyes never left mine, and my hands never left what I assumed to be his neck. They were wide open, far wider than they should have been, and he wasn't blinking. Don't look away. I screamed, my hand flying off his neck instantly. It was covered in a black, ink-like liquid. Ah! The sheer volume of whatever was emanating off his body made me begin to retch. I swayed from side to side before collapsing backwards on the wall behind me. What are you? I'm so sorry. you had to see me like this, Espoir. But I didn't expect such an extreme reaction from you. He crouched down opposite me, his gaze boring into mine as my vision began to blur. Look what you've done. You've done nothing but hurt yourself because you overreacted. A warm, wet hand cupped my cheek gently. Ew, 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 ew. But it's okay. I'm not angry. In fact, you're cute when you're all worked up like this. My body was too weak to move and too disgusted. Just close your eyes and breathe it all in, okay? You'll fall asleep, and when you wake up, you'll be back in my place. This shouldn't be enough to kill you, right? Ending. Still breathing. Hopefully not. I'm so scared right now. Okay, so to get this ending, I checked on Yuki, I accepted the invite, I wore something casual, I'm here at the party despite feeling sick, but last time in the last video, I knocked on the door, and this time, why don't I go, well, nobody's here, it doesn't look like anybody's around, why don't I just get out of here? What am I doing? I pressed a cold hand against my chest, my breathing growing shallower every time a slight breeze came my way. I'm cold and obviously sick. I should be at home resting right now. The party really isn't this important. I don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of it. Yeah, if you're sick, don't go. Honestly, the idea of crawling into bed sounds way more appealing right now than forcing myself to socialize with a bunch of strangers. There'll be other parties in the future anyway. Probably. Though with how little I actually go out, who knows when that'll be. I gave a small sigh, watching my breath briefly cloud in front of me before fading into the cold night air. A warm bath, a blanket, maybe some dumb videos until I pass out. Yeah, that sounds a lot nicer right about now. Besides, the last thing I want is to collapse at some random party and embarrass myself in front of everybody. Espoir! Sup? I jumped. Don't tell me you're leaving before the party's even started. I don't feel too good. Oh, Espoir, I'm so happy you actually came. Please come in. You look absolutely freezing, Espoir. Yui grabbed my arm and dragged me inside before I could even protest. As soon as I stepped inside Yui's home, my headache worsened almost immediately. The air felt strangely heavy, warm and stuffy, carrying a faint bitterness that lingered at the back of my throat, and the text was scrolling by extra slowly for emphasis. Yui, I'm sorry. I think I'm about to be sick. Oh, Espoir, did you come here with a tummy bug? I'm sure it'll go away on its own. Maybe you just need to sit down, I could hardly even register what Yui was saying. Can't he sense just how horribly nauseating the air is right now? Yeah, it's like humid and sticky. I looked around, trying to make sense of my surroundings. It just looks like a regular old house. There aren't even any decorations out or anything. Yeah, what's up with that? Alright, this is pretty much what happened in the last video. Yui places a warm, damp hand against my shoulder, the sheer sticky heat of it seeping through my clothes almost instantly. The feeling of it somehow makes my entire body feel filthy. Hit him? Let it happen? Consult the walkthrough? You get hit. Wham! I raised my hand. You hit me. Why do you look so happy about that? Yui made an expression I've never seen on a real person before. Let me go! Espoir, you're so funny! Suddenly, both of Yui's hands grab my shoulders in a tight, bruising grip that makes me yelp in pain. Ah! I really don't understand why you're acting like this, Espoir. His grip tightens. The stifling, humid aroma emitting from his body, from his being, makes my entire body feel numb. Ah! Stop! Yandere! You're never invited to things like this. Then once you're finally given the chance, you want to leave. How do you... My throat suddenly starts to feel dry. I'm too lightheaded to finish my sentence. Ah! My vision begins to... Everything's moving around. My vision begins to blur. Yui gets closer, but for some reason I don't want to hold my breath. Getting sleepy. I think last time I bravely opened my eyes. What happens if I keep them half closed? I froze. I'm tied up. Every instinct screamed at me to open my eyes, but I forced myself to stay perfectly still, despite the aching pain in my body. From the little ground I could see, it looks like I'm in some sort of basement. It definitely smells like one. It's hard to remember anything for some reason. All I know is that I'm not here for nothing. I've watched enough movies to guess what's happening here. I've played enough visual novels, too. This is one of those pranks, right? Okay, maybe you haven't played enough visual novels. Like when someone falls asleep first at a get-together and wakes up to everyone drawing on their face or pouring stuff on them. I didn't think I was that unlikable. This is so embarrassing. Maybe if everyone thought I was still unconscious. I suddenly heard footsteps behind me. I instinctively tensed. Wait, the party. I suddenly remembered a pair of damp hands on my shoulders, the thick air, the headache, the horrible toxic smell. Yui. That wasn't a dream, was it? Oh God. Espoir. His voice came out in a breathy whisper. My blood ran cold. I suddenly felt warm breath ghosting my ear as a pair of arms wrapped themselves around my shoulders. I felt him lean forward until his chin rested in the crook of my neck. The quiet sound of breathing echoed in my ears. Every now and then, I felt the tip of his nose brush faintly against my skin, lingering there for just a second too long, like he was breathing me in. He's like, "Oh, you smell like cocoa butter and lavender." He exhaled shakily. "You can wake up now, Espoir." No, I'll stay like this. I'm gonna stay here. I'm starting to feel nauseous all over again. All I have to do is stay calm and stay still, right? If I reacted now, then he'd know I was awake. And right now, not knowing that felt like the only advantage I had left. What if he was holding a knife or something? I felt a warm hand slide up my arm and make its way to my cheek. His damp fingers lightly cupped the sides of my face, massaging it from behind. It was a gentle, tender caress, one usually reserved for lovers. It made me feel dizzy. His other hand slid down to where my heart was, his palm open as he pressed down gently. Did you know that your heartbeat hitches the second someone snaps out of unconsciousness? Okay, Bob Velseb. Your heartbeat. I can feel it now. I stayed still. I know you're awake, Espoir. Your heart is racing. Are you really that excited? Jeez. My heart's running a marathon. My eyes finally snapped open. My heart racing in fear. I knew it! Ah! He walked around to my front to face me properly, but I truly had no words and could only stare at Yui in profound shock and disgust. You're not very good at pretending, are you? What is this? I looked around now that I had the chance. It looked like my basement prediction was spot on. What is this? Is this some kind of joke? Where am I? I struggled against the restraints, the ropes against my wrists beginning to burn with every frantic movement. Espoir, be careful. You're gonna hurt yourself. I was starting to really panic now, the telltale feeling of a panic attack already beginning to rise to my core. Let me go! I violently pulled against the rope binding my wrists, the rough material painfully scraping against my skin, causing red burn marks almost immediately. Stop moving. What the heck is wrong with you? Would you just calm down? Okay. I mean, you didn't have to yell at me. You didn't have to get loud. Why are you doing this? Isn't it obvious? No. Because you hate me? No, it's not. I think, before I chose, no, it's not obvious. Is it because you hate me? Are you bullying me? Am I being a victim of bullying right now? Because you hate me? Hate you? Ah! For a moment, you had just stared at me and did some weird shenanigans. No, Espoir. If I hated you, you wouldn't be here. A chill ran down my spine. I would never, ever hate you, Espoir. I can't believe that you'd ever think such a thing. Anyone who hates you is a miserable fool. Then why are you... You're still wearing that. What? Your shirt? You can't have this? You can't have my Old Navy shirt? I opened my eyes after passing out again. Ah! I forgot that was gonna happen! Stop! Eventually, a familiar, damp hand clamped down over my nose and mouth, muffling my sobs. It was almost as if I was being drugged, because it only took a few seconds for my eyes to roll back and consciousness to give out. This man is walking chloroform. You're awake. Again. You keep blacking out on me. I can't have any fun if you keep falling asleep. Are the fumes really that strong? I can't control it, you know. I'm still a little too lightheaded to really process what he's even saying. Fumes? Suddenly, a warm, black mist began to cloud around his hand, and mine. It moved like a ghost, seeping through the fabric of his uniform, and creating a dark haze above him like a cloud. What are you? We still don't know that yet. I'm skipping around a little bit, because we've already seen this scene in the first video. Instead of getting up and trying to look for a way out, why don't I just give up? I'm tired. I tried to stand. My legs immediately gave out beneath me. I'm truly exhausted. I looked up at the staircase that Yui just ascended and let out a shaky sigh. He went up to get something for me, and I'm here alone. I mean, there's just no point, right? Yui's up there. He'd see me no matter what. Besides, I don't know the layout of this house at all, and the door is probably locked, and before I knew it, warm, wet tears began streaming down my cheeks. I held my face in my hands and began to sob. How did I end up in this situation? Am I truly trapped down here? All for being nice, all for trying to pour from a cup that's empty, going to a party when I knew I was sick. I'm sick, my body feels weak, and I'm being held hostage in a stranger's house. This can't be happening. This has to be a nightmare, right? My body feels heavier than it should. I could search for a way out. I could scream. I could throw myself against the door until my shoulders bruised. But what would be the point? He'd only bring me back. Every time, my body slumps against the hard, cold floor of the basement. It's quiet. So quiet that I can hear my own breathing and my own tears hitting the floor. Maybe, if I stop fighting, maybe it'll stop hurting. Oh, just sink into the void. The sounds of footsteps jogging down the stairs began approaching me. You waited for me. I knew you would. His voice sounds happy. I don't answer. I don't look up. I don't ask when I'll be allowed to leave. After a while, I stop wandering altogether. I just dissociate. Ending, gave up. For now. I didn't give up, I'm just channeling my strength. Alright. How about we go check on Yuki? Accept his invite. Go to the party, even though we're not feeling well. And this time, let's wear something more party-like. More party-like, huh? Well, for my first time out in decades, I might as well look the part. I'd hate for everyone there to be looking cool while I'm here in a boring casual outfit. I hope Yuki doesn't tease me for this. I don't think she's ever seen me dressed up before. Well, whatever. If she does tease me, then that just means that she's jealous of my cool outfit. I'm gonna break out the kimono this time. I quickly snapped out of my thoughts when I realized how much time had passed from just choosing an outfit. Ugh, what am I even doing? I've got a headache, I'm cold, and there isn't even anyone here. I should really just go home, right? I didn't even really want to come here in the first place. I mean, I did spend all this time getting ready and making my way here, but it would probably be more responsible to just go home, book a doctor's appointment regarding that weird hallucination from earlier. Oh, you mean this one? And have a nice, relaxing nap. Yeah, that sounds a lot more appealing right about now. The party really isn't this important. I don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of it. Maybe it's because I dressed up for once. Well, I'd definitely rather be resting than forcing myself to socialize with a bunch of strangers. Ah! Espoir! I jumped. Don't tell me you're leaving before the party's even started. I'm 15 minutes late. How could the party not have started? Oh, Espoir, I'm so happy you actually came. You look beautiful. That? Please come in. You look absolutely freezing. Yui grabbed my arm and dragged me inside before I could even protest. You look very beautiful, by the way. Did you wear that outfit just for me? I wore it for the party, not just for you. Huh? I'm just joking, Espoir. But you do look very nice. I never knew a girl like you had such good style. I just chuckled nervously. I can't remember the last time I received a compliment like this. He seemed very sincere about it, too. Thanks, I haven't really had a chance to wear this out, so I thought, why not now, you know? Well, you chose the perfect day for it. It's so nice to see you out of your uniform for once. Isn't that kind of an odd thing to say to a stranger? Thank you! I was beginning to feel a little awkward just standing here. The horrible aura of this place and his sudden compliments almost distracted me from a massive glaring problem. Where the party at? Where's everybody? Where is everyone? The other guests. You did invite other people, right? Oh, right. Yui laughed nervously. They'll be here soon. I'm already 15 minutes late. Come on, you've got to have one person who's, like, obnoxiously punctual. He didn't sound very sure of himself. Soon? Yes, very soon. His smile never wavered. For some reason, that only made me more uneasy. Why? Was there someone in particular that you were waiting for? Well, there was one person that immediately came to mind. Well, Yuki, right? She isn't usually late when it comes to events, so it's weird that she isn't here either. Are you sure you invited other people? Because if this is some sort of joke, then I'm going home. You sure are being really skeptical right now, aren't you? This isn't like you, Espoir. Yui took a step closer towards me. As soon as he did, my head began to spin. You hardly know me. So what's that supposed to mean? Hardly know you? Yui chuckled softly as I took a step backwards. My back quickly hit the front door. I think I know you more than you know yourself, Espoir. What's that supposed to mean? My words slurred slightly. Yui stepped forward, looming over me with a somewhat cheeky grin. Who knows? Suddenly, he clasped a moist-feeling hand over my mouth and nose tightly. Ew! I instinctively took a deep breath inwards in pure shock, but as soon as I did, my body twitched involuntarily. I began to choke on my own air. I couldn't breathe, but whatever was entering my lungs felt like it was poisoning me from the inside. What are you? There's no point struggling, Espoir. It's already in your system now. He pressed his other hand to my chest to keep me pinned against the door. I could feel the locks of it digging into my back. His hand shot and grabbed my wrist, but despite my frantic attempts to get him to let me go, it was to no avail. Aw, man! See? You're getting weaker now. Don't fight it, okay? If you squirm, then you'll start getting really nauseous. And I wouldn't want you to throw up on that lovely outfit of yours. Ah! My body began to get weaker and weaker. My vision doubled, and eventually I didn't have the strength to pry him off me anymore. You jerk! How dare you! There we go. My vision went dark. Good girl. Hey! I passed out before my body could hit the floor. Don't you good girl me! I couldn't tell how much time had passed by the time I finally woke up. My head. As soon as I opened my eyes, he was sitting right in front of me. Well, my heart stopped beating. I'm dead. You're awake. That was quicker than I expected. Your body is so resilient, Espoir. You're so fascinating. I was completely at a loss for words. Well, I did have one word. It was ah! Whoa, what is this? Where am I? The room around me was dim. I could feel that I was sitting on top of a bed. Isn't it obvious? No, seriously, how did I get here? What's going on? I tried to move, only to come to the realization that both my legs and wrists were bound tightly. Gosh, dang it. What? I began to struggle, the tight rope around my wrist quickly digging into my skin. I could already feel a rope burn beginning to form. Man, some of these yanderes don't know how to tie knots, but some of them do. Let me go! Whoa, calm down. You're just going to hurt yourself if you keep squirming like that. I could already feel tears beginning to form in my eyes. I'm crying because I'm gonna beat you down so bad. I'm going to hurt you so bad. That's why I'm crying, because I'm gonna kill you. Please, just let me go. I don't understand what's going on. I was starting to panic. Espoir, it's okay. You're safe here. Yui shuffled slightly on the bed. Nothing bad is happening. I promise. Then why am I tied up? Well, how else would I get you to stay? Cake? An actual party? Maybe some pie? You're shaking. There's really no reason to be scared, Espoir. His voice wasn't angry. If anything, he sounded excited. I just wanted to have a fun time together. You came all this way in that lovely outfit just to spend some time with me, didn't you? What? And, well, I couldn't help but notice something, Espoir. Yui then reached out and held something familiar up. Why did you bring this with you? He held out Yuki's timetable and began fiddling with it, absent-mindedly running his thumb across the paper. The whole time, his smile never reached his eyes. It belongs to Yuki? Give it back? It's Yuki's. It's Yuki's. I was gonna give it back to her. Why do you care about the schedule? I know who it belongs to, Espoir. I was asking why. 'Cause she's my friend. That's what friends do. Friends don't tie each other up in their basement. What's with the sudden attitude? Yeah, what, you mad or something? You mad, bro? Well, because it belongs to her. Obviously. Wait, is there a problem? Yui just looked at me with an unreadable expression, then back down at the sparkly sheet of paper. He really does not like that schedule. His lip twitched into a brief snarl before he quickly regained his composure. No, it's fine. His grip on the paper intensified until an audible tearing noise was heard. Hey! Oh, come on, Espoir. She doesn't need this garbage anymore, right? What are you calling garbage? The anger in my voice quickly died out when I realized just how creepy he looked right now. I really shouldn't forget that I'm dealing with an absolute psycho right now. I should probably calm down. His voice was unusually quiet. Before I could react, his fingers dug into the timetable. A black liquid oozed from his hands, quickly soaking through the paper until it was dripping wet. What are you? The paper turned to mush almost immediately. His jaw clenched. The soaked paper squelched in his hands as he crushed it into a single soggy ball. When he loosened his grip, it simply collapsed between his fingers, splattering onto his lap in thick black clumps. Ew. What the? Whoa! Looks like I lost my cool for a second there. Sorry about that, Espoir. I'm just so relieved that you actually showed up, and that I finally have you here, right in front of me, where I can see you. My skin began to crawl. I felt like I was about to be sick from fear, just bleh. Okay, so the walkthrough says, from this point onward, don't speak. You're getting the silent treatment, buddy. Ellipses. I really am scaring you, aren't I? I avoided eye contact. I couldn't believe that this was actually happening to me. Yui just tilted his head. You have really pretty eyes, Espoir. Your entire body is so perfect. My body stiffened. Maybe if I ignored him, he'd lose interest. My heart was racing too fast to really come up with any proper plan to get out of this horrible situation. I can't believe I finally have you. This is really happening. I looked back up at him as his breathing started to get faster. I can't believe it. I shifted uncomfortably. The way he was looking at me made my stomach twist. His eyes slowly wandered over my face before trailing down the rest of my body. I thought about this so many times. I imagined what it'd be like, but it's even better than I thought it would be. Yui suddenly reached into his back pocket and pulled out a small rusty pocket knife. Aw, man. Hey, what are you doing with that? Get back! Calm down. There's no need to panic. He gently reached out and held my bound wrists with one hand. Hey! I don't think I've ever felt this excited before. I might actually lose control. Please don't do that. Please. His fingers tightened around my wrists. If I untie you, are you going to run away? Ellipses. Yui was silent for a long, agonizing moment before he gently lifted my hands and began to cut at the ropes. He removed the ropes at my ankles, too, leaving me entirely unrestrained. There. You're untied now, Espoir. Do you feel better now? Stay silent. You sure are quiet today, aren't you? He's like, you're not going for that ending where you're completely quiet, are you? Yui was quiet for a moment before looking back at my now untied hands. You have very beautiful hands, Espoir. His grip around my wrist got tighter and tighter. I didn't want to give this freak the pleasure of seeing me in pain, so I didn't react. They're smaller than mine. Not by too much, though. Yui carefully spread my fingers apart. His fingers felt warm and damp against my own. Tacky, almost. Ew, and he's all moist. Every time he pressed down too hard, a faint black fingerprint would end up on my skin. What is this stuff? I've always liked your hands. I don't know why. Maybe because they're yours. They're just so perfect looking. They're really warm, too. Yui's smile faltered slightly. You haven't said very much. I remained silent. Are you tired? Silent. I remained dead silent. I haven't spoken in about 5 whole minutes now. I refuse to give this freak the privilege of hearing my voice after putting me in a situation like this. Maybe he'll eventually lose interest and I'll be able to leave. You're never this quiet around Yuki. Yui suddenly turned my wrist around in one hand. and drove the blade of the rusty pocket knife into my palm. Rude. Stay silent. My body immediately tensed, a sharp burning pain coming from the point where Yui suddenly stabbed me. Now, I'm not going to say anything, but I am going to punch you in the stomach. I'm just now realizing that this ending is called Dead Silent. I don't think he's going to let me go. I let out a pained whimper, but stayed completely still. For a moment, neither of us moved. The knife remained buried in my hand. A thin trail of blood slowly trickled down my wrist. Yui stared, and then I stared. His eyes followed every crimson droplet as it rolled down my skin. Wow, it's beautiful. A chill ran through me. It's even prettier than I imagined. His voice was barely above a whisper. He began to smear my own blood around the wound. The black residue from his fingertips had begun blending with the crimson, staining my skin. My hand throbbed painfully. I still refused to look at him. Espoir? I remained silent. Espoir? Nothing. Did you hear me? Yui's smile faltered. I know you can hear me. Why won't you talk to me? The excitement from before was gone now. You mad? Why you mad, bro? Is there some sort of problem? The excitement from before was gone now. In its place was something far more unsettling. Uh-oh. I clenched my jaw, a bitter sense of resolve refusing to let me give in and ruin my stoic facade. I stayed dead silent. That's the second time you've said that. Yui's grip on the knife tightened. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Stay silent. Espoir, look at me. My gaze remained fixed on the wall behind him. I refused to look in his direction. Espoir! I stayed silent. Why are you being like this? Espoir, look at me. The room was completely silent. Espoir! Espoir! His smile was gone now. I know you can hear me. You're listening, so why won't you look at me? I clenched my jaw. Did I do something wrong? No, I didn't. You're just upset. That's all. Yui's fingers tightened around my wrist. I remained completely still. His voice was starting to sound strained. I don't understand. I kept staring straight ahead. Nope. Espoir! 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 A nervous laugh escaped him. Yui suddenly fell silent. Well, let's just sit here quietly and, see what happens, without you stabbing me. Yui fell silent. I didn't move. He moved his head in front of my line of sight. I turned the other way. I did everything right. I was careful. I was gentle, wasn't I? You didn't even scream. His grip was beginning to hurt. I just closed my eyes, hoping for all this to end. It's not gonna. Espoir. Every time he said my name, his voice sounded a little more desperate. Look at me! Espoir! Look at me! I tensed before sighing softly and glancing up at him. Ah! I immediately wished I hadn't. Ah! Yui wasn't blinking. He was just staring at me, his face so close to mine our noses were almost touching, waiting. Oh, something changed in his expression. I understand now. Do ya? He sat back as a chill ran through me. You can't talk to me. You want to, but you can't. That's okay. That's fine. That just means I'll have to fix you. I don't like where this is going. My stomach dropped. No more school. No more distractions. Just me. Yui's smile slowly returned. I'll teach you how to love me. Would you like that, Espoir? I'd like that. I'd like that very much. Ah! Ending. Dead silent. Well, at least I didn't see myself horribly mauled or anything. What does he mean, fix me? Alright, I'm done being difficult. You're scaring me, gosh darn it. Something about the look in his eyes made me desperately want to look away, but for some reason, I was paralyzed. Scaring you? Yui shifted towards me a little closer. I already told you, Espoir. That's not my intention at all. You have really pretty eyes. Thank you! If I untie you, are you going to run away? No. Good. That's good. He quickly began sawing at the ropes around my wrists with the pocket knife before moving onto the ropes at my ankles. It didn't take long for them to fall away. I gingerly rubbed at my wrists after realizing just how bad the rope burn was. I was tied up tighter than I thought. Ugh. Ow. Oh no. Did I tie you too tight? I'm so sorry, Espoir. Yui began to gently massage my wrists while inspecting the damage the ropes had done. I didn't mean for it to hurt. I just didn't want you running off on me. I'm not gonna say... Fine, I'm gonna lie and say it doesn't hurt. I feel fine. I feel happy. That's good. You have very beautiful hands, Espoir. Everything about you is beautiful. You're beautiful on the outside. You're beautiful on the inside. I just wish I could see more. No. My stomach tightened. I feel like you're hiding everything important beneath the surface. Your thoughts, your feelings, your heart, your blood, your veins, all those wonderful things, and nobody ever gets to see them. Don't? His gaze slowly drifted down my arm. I really don't want to ruin you, Espoir. I love you far too much for that. I want to understand you completely. Every part of you, outside and in. All this mindless talking, the fact that I was sitting on a comfortable bed and the fact that this room was really warm was beginning to make me tired. Don't fall asleep on him when he's like this. There's no way I'm starting to feel sleepy in a situation like this. Well, I'm here because I was drugged, right? That's probably a part of why I feel so exhausted right now, too. Feeling tired? I suddenly snapped my attention back to him. I guess my bored, tired expression was starting to give away how I really felt. Yeah, kinda. A bit. Oh, Espoir, you should have said so. I'm sorry. I think it's my fault you're feeling drowsy. But don't worry. You'll start feeling awake very soon. Yui suddenly turned my wrist around in his hand, my palm face up. I don't think I can wait any longer, Espoir. If this hurts too much, then just tell me, okay? Okay. I just really want to see all of you. Yui suddenly drove the rusty blade of the pocket knife into my palm and began to drag it. Ow! Scream? Well, we ain't staying silent now. We're going... Scram. I scrammed. Ah! Stop! He suddenly began to move the knife around. Hey! I said stop! We need a safe word. A sharp sting shot through my hand as the blade slowly changed direction. And it's rusty, man! I instinctively tried to pull away. Yui immediately tightened his grip around my wrist, holding my hand firmly in place. Hold still, please. I really don't want to mess it up. My vision blurred. Tears had already started gathering in my eyes. Stop! Just a little longer. I'm almost done. The knife continued moving. Yui's attention was completely fixed on my hand. He looked more focused than I'd ever seen him before, like he was carefully drawing something. Every time I tried to move, his grip tightened again. Almost. My chest felt tight. I couldn't understand how he could sound so calm. How could he smile when I'm sitting here shaking? You're doing really well, Espoir. You're being so good for me. Yui gently tilted my hand towards the light, his eyes widening slightly. There. I was crying. Ow, my hand. It's a heart. It means I love you. Man, if these Yanderes don't stop drawing hearts in my skin. I'm really no good at drawing, so I thought that maybe the medium was the problem. And I was right. I've never drawn something so perfect before. Thank you, Espoir. My hand throbbed painfully. Your blood is so beautiful. Oh, Espoir. He gently cupped my cheek with his hand. It was warm and damp. Ew. You're crying. Does it really hurt that much? I couldn't believe this freak. What is wrong with you? Just let me go. Please, I just want to go home. I just want to play 10 hours of Pal World. Yui then brought my bloodied hand to his mouth. What are you... His tongue began to drag across the wound. My arm immediately flinched violently in pain. Ah! He began to drag my bloodied palm across his cheek, a sharp ripple of pain shooting through my arm. With every movement, he's just smearing it all over his face. Espoir, you really are beautiful on the inside. You have such beautiful blood. You're so beautiful. You're so perfect. You're so... Stop. I could hear how heavy his breathing had gotten. I inched backwards as he clung onto my wrist. Let go. My voice was barely a whisper. I don't know how I've managed to go this long without seeing you like this. This is better than I thought it'd be. Yui suddenly wrapped his free hand around my neck and slammed me down onto the mattress. Sir! Gah! Ah! Espoir, I really can't control myself anymore. A thick, black mist began to emanate from his body. My vision immediately doubled, his hand around my neck and the pungent odor making me gag and sputter violently. I'm sorry, Espoir. I just can't help it. I just want to see you. All of you. Oh no. He stared at me for a long moment, before suddenly driving the blade straight into my chest. Ow! My eyes snapped open, my mouth opening in a silent scream. Oh, Espoir. He took it out and plunged it in again, and again, and again. Before I could form another thought, my vision had already completely went black. So cute. You're so... That dude in straight ecstasy. His voice sounded far away now. Everything sounded far away. The room, the bed, even the pain. It all felt distant. I could feel him smearing the blood pouring out of my chest around my now wet shirt. I can't help myself. He intertwined his fingers through mine, the blood of my hand squelching between his. Why am I still conscious? I love you, Espoir. You're the most perfect girl in the world. Thank you. He leant down and planted a soft kiss on my cheek. I'll always love you. Forever. Rude. Loved beyond recognition. Ow. Okay. After all that, for this ending, we need to check on Yuki, accept the invite, this time leave the timetable that we find on the ground. Or maybe I just leave it for now. Yuki definitely just got a new one since she realized this one was gone. The back of this one is dirty now anyway. I picked up the timetable and walked to the closest trash can to throw it away. And after she spent all that time decorating it at my house, too. Jeez. Knowing her, she definitely bedazzled another one by now, so there's not really any need to worry. I threw away Yuki's old timetable and continued walking home. I wonder how important that is. Finally, home sweet home. My head still kinda hurts. Not as much as before, but just enough to be annoying. I dropped my school bag onto the floor and leaned against the kitchen counter. Strange. For some reason, I felt lighter. What? The nausea from earlier had almost completely disappeared. What? Is this because I didn't pick up the timetable? Maybe I'm finally getting over whatever bug I picked up. Or maybe I'm just tired. Yui, huh? For some reason, I couldn't stop thinking about him. Oh. His smile, his voice, uh-oh. The way he looked so genuinely happy when I accepted his invitation. What am I even saying? I barely even know the guy. It's not like he likes me or anything. I glanced at the clock on my wall. 7:30, huh? Well, the party begins at 8, so I better get a move on. I will wear something party-like. I will dress for the occasion. Knock, knock. Maybe I should knock again. And did you even come out of the door? Espoir, you came. I jumped. Ah, Yui, you startled me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so happy you managed to make it. Of course. I was starting to wonder if I was at the wrong address. This place is easy to miss if you don't know where to look, isn't it? Yeah, if I don't know where to look. Means you can hide in plain sight. Where is everybody? Where is everyone? They're just running a bit late, Espoir. The way he said that made it look like not even he knew. Which was extremely worrying. Really? Oh, you know high schoolers. They're always running late to things like this. Besides, I was hoping we'd get some time alone first anyway, so it's not a big deal, right? I guess. I glanced around again, noting how there wasn't even any decorations up or anything. You said in that note that you would give me food. You have not given me food in any of these endings. It's a little bare in here for a supposed party, isn't it? Yui quickly glanced around, as if he were a guest himself. Is this even your house? Not really. I tilted my head. Most parties I've been to look like this. Aw. They did? People don't usually decorate that much, especially not for smaller gatherings. Oh. God, this is so embarrassing. I haven't been invited to a party in decades. How was I supposed to know what they're meant to look like? Well, they don't look like this. Man, he probably thinks I'm some dork now. Why do you suddenly look so embarrassed, Espoir? I only realized how much my face had heated up after Yui mentioned it. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're starting to flirt with Yui. I guess I just forgotten what gatherings like this typically look like. I brought my hand down from my face and let it hang casually at my side. The weird smell in here is still there, but it's not as strong now. Maybe I've gotten used to it. I still feel a bit ill, though. Oh, that's okay, Espoir. It's easy to forget that type of thing after spending so much time indoors. You can say that again. My initial worries about it being awkward if I was alone with Yui quickly vanished. This was weirdly relaxing. Oh no! My body itself feels relaxed too. It's like I'm breathing in some sort of melatonin or something. Can he change, like, what he excretes? Would you like some dessert? Yeah. You have desserts? What do you get? Why, of course. What's a party without a sweet treat? Yui must have noticed my face light up, because he suddenly let out a little chuckle. Follow me. He led me to the kitchenette that was right next to the living room. It was small, but very homey. Wait here. I left them upstairs, so I'll quickly go and get them. You left the cakes upstairs? Upstairs? Yeah. Just a sec, okay? I won't be long. Yeah, what was he going upstairs to get? Yui then turned his back and began to jog upstairs to retrieve what he needed, leaving me alone in his kitchen. I decided to sit down on one of the chairs while I waited. Doody-doody-doo, doody-doody-doo. Who leaves desserts upstairs? Suddenly, my head began to pound again. Ah! Ah! My hand flew to my forehead as I groaned in pain, the edges of my vision going black for a second. Ugh. What the heck is causing this? The air around me no longer felt stifling, and I've already sat down after standing for so long, so this headache feels like it's coming from literally nowhere. Can my body just give me a break? Just for today, at least? Suddenly, the sounds of footsteps descending the stairs caught my attention. Is it because he's not around? Yui seemed to be holding what looked like a box of something. I'm so sorry that took so long, Espoir. I somehow managed to misplace the box. I heard you grunt in pain while I was up there. Is everything okay? I'm surprised he heard that from all the way upstairs. I'm okay. I just have a really bad headache, and Wait a second. I paused for a moment before looking up at Yui with a sheepish grin. Well, I had a really bad headache, but I guess it's gone now, somehow. As soon as you came back, it vanished. Look at that grin. Oh, that's strange, isn't it? I wonder how that could have happened. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, but I'm fine now. He's all like, just as planned. That's a relief. Yui then placed the heart-shaped box on the table and sat opposite me with a smile. I want you to open it, Espoir. I looked down at the heart-shaped box and then back at Yui. These are for everyone to enjoy, right? Well, of course, but, I want you to open it. You're my first guest, after all. Well, I don't see why not. I'm not sure why these look like Valentine's Day chocolates, though. I opened the box and set the lid to the side. Aww! Inside was a beautiful array of cutely decorated chocolates. Wow, these look yummy. I actually made them myself, so... Really? Yes? I didn't know you could make such pretty desserts. Then again, I didn't know this guy at all until a few hours ago. This was my first time making them, so I'm glad they turned out okay. Aww, I don't believe you, though. He looks extremely shy for some reason. For your first time, they look almost perfect. I thought you bought these from a store. This is like steamed hams, but instead of crusty burgers, these are store-bought chocolates. Thank you, Espoir. So, do you want to try one? What did you put in these? Take the chocolate? I'll pass. I'm taking that chocolate. Give me that chocolate. Sure. I mean, you did make these yourself. I don't think he made those himself. I picked out the chocolate from the middle and popped it into my mouth with no hesitation. All these fictional yanderes, they now know that my weakness is sweets and cakes and chocolates. These taste amazing, Yui. They taste really store-bought. Really? Yeah, they're delicious. Yui's face immediately lit up. Really? You like it? Yui, you didn't put anything in these chocolates, did you? You didn't put any part of yourself in these chocolates, did you? Before I could answer, Yui grabbed both of my hands. Ah, I'm so glad. I was so worried. I kept thinking about it all night. What if you didn't like them? What if I got something wrong? But You liked them. His grip tightened slightly, and the music slowly faded out. That makes me really, really happy, Espoir. Thank you. I think I'd do just about anything to see that expression again. Just give me more chocolate. You should have another. Alright, correction. That's the scariest face he's made this entire game. You can have all of them. I made them all for you, after all. My head suddenly felt a little lighter, or maybe heavier. I couldn't quite tell anymore. You look comfortable. The warmth of Yui's hands lingered against my skin. Almost immediately, a strange heaviness settled over me. Not enough to stop me from moving, just enough to make everything feel slower. My thoughts became harder to hold on to. Every time I tried to focus on something, it seemed to drift away from me. My shoulders relaxed without me meaning them to. Even my breathing felt calmer. Are you getting sleepy, Espoir? Something wasn't right, but for some reason, I couldn't bring myself to care. I think I'm getting a little lightheaded. Oh, really? I'm sure you'll feel better soon. Maybe you're just a little dehydrated, huh? Would you like some water? Sure, I answered without even thinking. How about you go sit on the sofa while I bring it to you, okay? Sure. You may have to carry me. Yui stood up and hooked his hand under my armpit to help me stand up. I was a little wobbly. Come. He led me to the sofa and sat me down in front of the television. I'll bring you some water, okay? I just nodded and watched him walk away. As soon as he did, my head began pounding again. Ugh. Seriously, what's going on? Did those chocolates have sunflower seeds in them? You know I'm allergic. As soon as he left, Yui was already back and holding a bottle of water. Here. He sat down on the couch next to me as I turned to take the bottle from him. Thanks. Ooh. I took a small sip of the water before turning my attention back to Yui.
That's it, that's it, that's it. This relationship is over. I'm strangling you. Give me that neck. I'm gonna choke you until your breath runs out, and then I'm gonna do it again. I'm sorry to scream into the mic like that. That got me. That got me good. That one got me good. All the other ones, I don't think they got me that bad. I applaud you. That got me good. That was a good one. My heart began to pound in my ears as I slowly pummeled Yui. What was that? Espoir, are you okay? No, I am not okay. You're the one who's not going to be okay. You better call an ambulance. For you. I rubbed my eyes and stared at Yui for a few seconds as my heart rate finally began to slow down. Are you starting to see things? Yeah, I'm about to see you laying in a hospital bed. Yes, actually, I think there's something seriously wrong with me. Oh, Espoir, don't be scared. You're just tired. Just drink up, and you'll be fine, okay? I shakily took another sip of the cold beverage while giving him the most bombastic side eye. Maybe I should go home. This could be serious. Yui visibly tensed up and froze for a moment before quickly regaining his composure. Leave? Well, what if I faint or something? I'm getting a bit scared. I already said that you're fine, Despoir. You're just tired. I don't know. I think I need a hospital. Do you not trust me? Not as far as I could throw you. Actually, I could probably throw him. I could probably throw him pretty far. Just... Yui looked genuinely bothered. You don't trust me, do you? I didn't say that, but you thought it, right? You think I'm lying to you. Yui,
I invited you here. I made those chocolates for you.
Sure you did.
His smile looked strained now. But you're still insisting on leaving? Yui, I know you're not feeling well, Espoir. But you got all dressed up, didn't you? Wouldn't it be such a waste to go home now after all this effort? The room fell quiet. For some reason, I suddenly felt guilty. Like I'd done something wrong. Are you doing a manipulation upon me? Don't you want to at least have a bit of fun? When's the next time you're going to be invited out like this, Yui scooted a little closer across the sofa, close enough that our shoulders were almost touching. Do you know how long I've waited for this? His voice became quieter. Just sitting together, talking, eating snacks, watching TV, normal things like friends do. Scary. Something about the way he said it made those things sound strange. Man, John Doe, when he goes fully John Doe, is less scary than Yui's face right now. Besides, it's much too dangerous to go home now. I mean, you said it yourself. What if you, faint or something? What if something really bad happened to you on the way home, Espoir? The proximity between us was starting to make my head spin. I know you don't really want to go home, Espoir. You are doing a manipulation. I'll stay. I'm having so much fun here. I'll stay. I'm having so much fun here. Help! Help! Wait. Perfect. I'm so happy that you want to stay, Espoir. Yui then wrapped his arm around mine and looked at me with a big smile. I knew you didn't really want to leave. I blinked a few times before looking back at Yui with a confused frown. Wait, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I could barely finish my sentence before Yui squeezed my arm tighter. I've really been looking forward to having you alone like this, Espoir. His smile widened. You know, things only started getting interesting for me once I saw you for the first time. I wanted to know what you were doing, what you liked, what made you laugh, what kind of food you ate, what truly excites you. Yui laughed softly. I was too dizzy to properly process what he was saying. I even started liking some of it too. Isn't that weird? Sometimes it feels like I only like things because you do, Espoir. Because if we don't like the same things, then you'll hate me, right? You'll hate me so much that I'll have to kill myself for being such a disappointment. What on earth is he talking about? See? I am weird, aren't I? His finger shifted slightly around my arm. Sometimes things happen when I get excited like this. Strange things. Things I don't really mean to do. I try very hard to behave myself, but it's so difficult. I can never control myself when I'm around you, Espoir. Then learn! A nervous, delirious laugh escaped me. Escaped me? Ha! What does that mean? It's my fault you're like this, Espoir. Because of me, you can't even think straight right now. Because of my filthy, poisonous body. What are you? I really don't want you to think badly of me. Too late! My vision doubled slightly as all my thoughts began to swirl together. But I've never wanted someone as much as I've wanted you, Espoir. Do you think that's selfish? Wanting something so badly that you can't stop thinking about it? Wanting proof that it's real? Wanting proof that it isn't going to disappear forever? I mean, it is a little selfish. It's selfish. My words slurred slightly. It was getting harder and harder to think straight. I could feel my head swaying slightly as I tried to keep my head upright. What makes you think it's selfish? Espoir? My body began feeling hot and cold at the same time. I thought of an answer to his question in my head, but my mind was too numb to verbalize it. Oh no. Espoir? Are you okay? The walls are melting, so I'm gonna have to say no. I didn't, more so, couldn't respond. I could feel warm saliva drooling from my mouth as my eyes glazed over. Uh-oh. Am I about to clock my ticket? And I'm about to kick the bucket? Have I put the farm on sale? Or wait, or is the expression bought the farm? Wait, what does the expression bought the farm even mean? Whatever was entering my lungs was working fast. It didn't take long for my vision to start turning black at the edges. Darn it! Don't worry, Espoir. You'll be okay. I'm dying again! Yui gently put a hand on my shoulder to steady me, but immediately pulled away when my body let out an involuntary shiver at his proximity. He frowned. Well, I suppose I should get you to bed, huh? I don't want you to be unresponsive forever. He quickly hooked his hands under my armpits to help me stand up, before carefully guiding me up the stairs and into the bedroom. Before I knew it, I was lying down on a soft mattress underneath a warm blanket. You know, maybe, Yui, you should take me to a hospital. I could feel him crawling in opposite me. Is it going to be like this every time we get close, Espoir? He shifted slightly, looking directly at me with a small frown. You must be feeling so awful right now. Or maybe you're not feeling anything at all. Ugh. I could hear him squeezing something. What even is this? I finally have you exactly where I want you, and I can't even enjoy it. And you can't either. This body, it's a curse. My body or your body? I'm cursed. His voice cracked. Just try to get some rest, okay? I love you, Espoir. I'll wake you up in the morning. Good night. I had already fallen asleep before I processed his last sentence. The feeling of the warm blanket and soft mattress was enough for me to have a comfortable rest. My sleep was dreamless, but peaceful nonetheless. By the time morning came, I had somewhat returned to my senses, just as Yuri predicted. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Like my body had finally become accustomed to whatever poison I'd been breathing in this entire time. Is he like miasma inside of a body or something? Espoir. What? Ah! I opened my eyes. You're awake. Good morning. Man, is this the first time we've seen daylight? I don't trust it. I looked up at him in slight, sleepy confusion. Yui? Espoir. Eh? Why am I... Did I fall asleep? Is the party over? How did I... Suddenly, memories from yesterday came flooding back like a waterfall. Oh yeah, you drugged me, and then you fed me tainted chocolate. The headaches, the disorientation. But for some reason, I wasn't scared. I didn't even feel the need to question anything. Like, nothing bad was happening at all. You were just tired, Espoir. Did you have a good rest? No. I did, actually. What was in those chocolates? Lovely. Before Yui could get another word in, I suddenly processed something I somehow hadn't noticed. I'm starving? Oh, where your clothes at? Where your clothes at? Why are you... Yui followed my gaze downwards. Oh, sorry. Did I make you uncomfy? The uniform I was wearing got a bit... dirty from yesterday, so I had to clean it up. I don't own any other clothes. You don't? Come on, me and you, we're going to the Gap. We're going to Old Navy. Or the thrift store. Maybe he left them at someone's place. No, but it'll be dry soon. I don't really want to be wearing damp clothing. My body doesn't do well when it comes to water. Really? Is that how we are going to defeat you? Whatever you are? Sorry if that sounds weird. I see. Well, everyone's different, I guess. It's not that weird. Unless he's an alien who doesn't like water. You don't have to be embarrassed. Yui froze. Really? Yeah. Really? Yes. For a second, he just stared at me. Then his entire face lit up. See? I knew you'd understand. His excitement seemed to return all at once. I knew it! You're always so nice to me, Espoir. Suddenly he sat up on his knees and crawled on top of me with a big smile. Ah! Oh, I'm still scared. I don't trust him. Yui? No. Really? You always understand. No, it's just the people-pleasing, I swear. You never laugh at me. You never look at me weird. As he spoke, he leaned closer and closer. You're so kind, Espoir. The kindest girl I've ever met. You're so perfect. I love you so much. This is a bit of an overreaction. You think? But it's not entirely unappreciated, I guess. It's a little amusing, actually. All I could do was chuckle softly. Yeah, like, ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Well, it's nice to be nice, isn't it? We're all weird at the end of the day anyway. As he was on top of me, I couldn't help but notice just how smooth he was. Yeah. Did you just jump into a tub full of nair? His skin looked as smooth as porcelain, fair and very silky looking, with no pores or blemishes whatsoever. Unless that's not a real body! He was unnaturally hairless, too. Is that actually a wig? Snatch! And I couldn't help but notice his lack of what? Never mind. No, please, go on. Please, let me be more scared of this creature. Is something wrong, Espoir? No, it's just... Oh, I think I know what it is. Belly button? Say it me. What is he missing? What's not here? Is he a doll? Oh, no, it's just... How can I possibly bring this up without sounding like a creep? Then again, I don't think someone like him would be fazed by an out-of-pocket question. Can I touch you for a second? Huh? Touch me? Yui tilted his head to the side slightly. I could feel my own face starting to get warmer. Wait, I just mean, you look really smooth. I've never regretted opening my mouth as much as I have right now. What am I even saying at this point? Sorry, you just have really nice skin. It almost doesn't look real. Ah, I see. He just smiled at me warmly and leaned in a little closer. No, don't lean any closer. Go ahead, Espoir. Touch him? I don't want to touch him. I don't want to do it. I hesitantly lifted my hand and rested it on his chest. My thumb caressed his bare chest for a moment. This doesn't feel like skin at all. Instead, his chest felt impossibly smooth beneath my fingertips. Not soft like skin, soft like something that had been made to resemble it. What are you? There wasn't a single imperfection. No tiny bumps, no unevenness, nothing. My fingers pressed down slightly. For a brief moment, the surface yielded beneath the pressure, almost like pressing into thick gel. Then it slowly pushed back against me. Soft. Too soft. Like whatever was beneath the surface wasn't flesh at all. A chill ran down my spine. Oh yeah, 'cause when we stabbed him, the only thing that came out was like black goo. It felt less like touching a person, and more like touching something pretending to be one. I quickly let go. You can tell, can't you? Yeah. I tried really, really hard. My stomach dropped. It's almost impossible to notice, isn't it? Well, not straight away. What are you? Yui, what are you? For a moment, he looked genuinely unsure. I don't know. Honey, if you're just a hairball with a single eye, I will accept you. I will accept you. Not completely. Does it bother you? His voice sounded smaller now. That I'm not normal? Yui's smile twitched. You'd be surprised how difficult it is to hold a shape like this. It's not easy to sculpt an entire body from liquid, you know? The face, the hands, the skin. I wanted to get it right. For you. A chill ran through me. Did I do okay? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I'd think he was joking, if he hadn't already proved himself. You're not human? Those words leaving my mouth sounded like a joke. There was no way. Not at all. I just stared up at him. Everything suddenly made a lot of sense. The headaches, the strange smell, his skin, the way he talked, the way he seemed to understand some things perfectly and others not at all. Yui wasn't smiling anymore. The realization made my stomach twist. I don't think I'd seen him look nervous before. Espoir? His voice sounded small. So, that's why... You're not lying. No. Yui's fingers tightened slightly around the blanket. Are you scared of me?
Yes, very.
A little. He frowned. I mean, I'm just being honest. Come on, you can't jump scare me 72 times and they were like, oh, are you scared of me? Ooh. He frowned before looking at me with a hopeful expression. That's okay. That just means I'll have to prove to you that there's nothing to be scared of. My stomach suddenly growled loudly, my face warming up from embarrassment almost instantly. Ah! Are you hungry, Espoir? Yes. Sorry about that. I don't think I can remember the last time I ate. I'm surprised I only noticed my hunger now. There's no need to be embarrassed. How about we go down to make some breakfast, Sure. Can you cook? I don't want to trust anything that you cook. We both set up, and Yui led me downstairs to his kitchen. Yui momentarily headed to another room before returning the shirt he was wearing before. It looked much cleaner now. What would you like? Oh yeah, did you like sweat into your shirt or something and it became all splotchy? I thought to myself for a moment, feeling a little awkward about Yui having to make me breakfast after I passed out on him. In his own home. Are we sure this is even his home? Whatever you have, really. I have bread. You like toast, don't you? Yeah, I don't mind toast. I'll prepare it for you then. You just sit down, okay? It'll be ready in a moment. Yui then seemed to put on a clear set of plastic gloves and began to prepare my breakfast. Aww, he was at least considerate to put on gloves. I couldn't help but let my mind drift back to our conversation earlier. It almost didn't feel real. I had to be dreaming, right? My gaze lingered on Yui's body in pure curiosity. Well, the evidence was right there. I wasn't someone who typically believed in ghosts or yokai and such, but it's not like I didn't believe in them either. I think all I should do now is not think too hard on it. I mean, he does act like your typical average person. Sort of. He's prettier than average, too. Very pretty, actually. Who did he steal this look from? He just looks like a very beautiful Japanese male. He looks as human as it gets. Perhaps a little too perfect. Eventually, he cooked me the toast. It looked as delicious as cooked bread could possibly look. Thank you. It's no problem, Espoir. Eat up. I noticed the cuffs of his sailor uniform had gotten breadcrumbs all over them. Wait, sailor uniform? Yeah. I mean, I'm all for a girl wearing a boy's uniform and a boy wearing a girl's uniform, but don't you think that kind of looks like your friends? I stared at him for a moment, before chuckling under my breath softly. Maybe this truly was his first time being human. I suppose I couldn't really blame him for getting a few things wrong. Yui? For future reference, that's the girl's uniform. The top, I mean. Oh! Yui looked down at himself. Really? I mean, it looks fine! It looks fine! It looks fine! Yeah. How embarrassing. Just a little. I'll remember that next time. Somehow, I wasn't entirely convinced he would. I wondered how he even managed to get his hands on our school uniform anyway. Yeah, I wonder how. He was wearing the girl's top and the boy's pants. Both were too small on him, but it was more noticeable with the pants. Oh yeah, I guess he is wearing the boy's pants. Maybe he stole them. Where did he get the boy pants? Where did you get them anyway? Why'd your face go all dark like that? The clothes? Yeah. Well, I found the trousers on the floor outside of your school. I'm not quite sure how they ended up there, though. Yeah, that is pretty odd. What about the top? Yeah, Yui. Where'd you get it? I just found it laying around. It doesn't belong to anyone. Ah! You did that again. You said something so fast and you did it fast and I couldn't see it. What did you say? Not anymore. I guess I was just curious. Before I knew it, I had finished the toast that he had made me. It was surprisingly delicious despite just being regular buttered bread. Yes, sometimes toast just tastes amazing. Yui took my plate and I stood up too. I couldn't just be sitting in his kitchen all day long. Thank you for the meal, but I think it's best if I... Huh? He looked so sad all of a sudden. I don't think I've ever seen him make this expression before. Was it something I said? You don't want to leave, do you? My memory was still hazy from yesterday, but for some reason, I'm starting to feel a weird sense of déjà vu. I'm assuming this guy doesn't have any friends. No family either, judging by the state of this place. Only God knows what would happen if I left someone like him to his own devices. I know I've got to get home eventually, but it's not like I really have much to do back at my own place. I don't do much all day but sleep and play video games. Well, I mean, I also edit them, but yeah, I do just kind of sleep and play video games. Maybe sticking around for however long doesn't sound like a bad idea. Besides, he does seem very fond of me. Okay, only because you're cute. Only because you're cute. Yui's eyes said, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Yui's eyes suddenly lit up, a soft blush spreading across his cheeks. Thank you, Espoir. Oh, maybe I really shouldn't have said that. I love you so much. You're going to have the best time here, I promise. You'll never want to leave ever again. Yui took a little step forward to me, staring at me with big, hopeful eyes. I instinctively reached my hand out. I love you, Espoir. I love you too, Pookie Buns, even though I am terrified of you. Oh, I love you too, Yui. Oh, head pats for Yui. Ending. The feeling is mutual. Oh. Okay, for this next ending, I need to make sure Yuki is okay, even though we know she is not. Accept the invite. Take the timetable, which I think is a really big indicator of whether you choose Yuki or Yui. Go to the party, wear something casual, turn away from the door, hit him, wham! Look for a way out of this creepy basement.
Head straight upstairs and not search for a weapon. And when I get to this point, do not find the key in the kitchen. Instead, make 2 choices that are not the kitchen. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps rapidly descending stairs caught my attention. Whoops. No. I froze. It was too late. Espoir? My stomach dropped. What are you doing? I slowly turned around. Yui was standing at the bottom of the staircase. How did you have the strength to get up here? Are you trying to leave, Espoir? I instinctively took a step backwards. No. I see. Yui's smile faltered. For the first time since I met him, he looked genuinely disappointed. I really didn't want to have to do this, Espoir. Do what? Are you gonna take off my gams? Before I could respond, Yui quickly turned and walked into the kitchen. Before I could even begin to think of a way out of here while his back was turned, Yui had returned already. Something wooden and metal hung loosely from his hand. Is it a knife? Is it a big old knife with which to cut off my leggy poos? My stomach dropped. Hey! A hammer! Aw, man. Yui? I really didn't expect you to try to leave, Espoir. I'm a little disappointed. I stumbled backwards. My legs suddenly felt numb. Wrong. The thought of you running away, after all this hard work, it makes me really sad, Espoir. The fumes in the air around us started to overwhelm my senses. The room started to tilt. My heart was pounding so hard I couldn't hear it. I won't let this hurt too much, okay? Huh? My leggy poos! Yui then swiftly hooked his foot behind me, tripping me backwards and causing me to hit my back onto the hard floor. Just breathe it all in, okay? At least Yui has the decency to drug me up before he smashes my legs, unlike some people. It'll make it hurt less. Huh? The hammer he was gripping suddenly slammed into my lower leg, the sound of something inside me snapping, ringing in my ears. I screamed. And again. And again. Then... The pain started fading, far too quickly, like somebody had reached into my head and switched it off. The panic remained, the horror remained, but the pain was simply gone. Thank you! Yui was panting. There. That's better. My vision blurred. The sweet smell was everywhere now. What a cute expression. Humans like you are so expressive. I could look at you like this for hours. I felt nothing. I mean, except for my broken legs, which I technically didn't feel. I'm so sorry I had to do that, Espoir, but, you know, now you don't have to worry about leaving anymore, right? Now you can stay with me forever. My leggy poos. That was harder than you expected, wasn't it? Ending. Harder than expected. But I've never wanted someone as much as I've wanted you, Espoir. Do you think that's selfish? It's not selfish at all, Pookie. I don't think you're selfish, Yui. You're making perfect sense. Am I saying this of my own volition? Aren't I? Yui let out a small noise, half a whimper mixed with a small chuckle. Your eyes are glazed over, Espoir. Soon, this weird feeling will wear off and you'll be yourself again. Almost. But before that happens, I want you to help me remember this moment, okay?
All I could muster was a single word. I answered without really thinking. Sure. Perfect! Yui then reached into his back pocket and fished out what looked like a small, rusty pocket knife. Why has it gotta be rusty? I was too delirious to really react. These small things are really sharp, aren't they? I found this while I was exploring the basement of this place.
Oh, I guess that's why it's rusty.
He flicked the blade open, the silver metal of the blade glinting in the dim light of the living room. It's so small, but so dangerous. This tiny thing is enough to kill a person if you really tried. It really doesn't take a lot to make someone disappear, does it? I was completely spaced out. The more I breathed in the aroma of his body, the less that started to make sense.
Yui just chuckled.
You're completely out of it, aren't you? Well, there's no need to worry. After some rest, you'll be up and running again, okay? I don't know if you'll ever truly be back to normal, though. But anyway, I really want to make the most of this espoir. Yui then rolled up his sleeve and held out his bare arm in front of me. This won't take long. I would have done it myself, but, well, it wouldn't really mean anything then, would it? He gently lifted my hand and clasped it around the knife. He then wrapped his own hand around mine, as if we were both holding it.
Oh no! Ah! Wait, is that my arm or your arm?
I could hear his breathing starting to get heavier. It sounded lower than his usual tone of voice, and oddly distorted, like his throat was filled with liquid. This is so exciting. I can't feel pain, so press down as hard as you want, okay? Yui guided my hand to press the tip of the blade against the middle of his arm. What are you? I made this little symbol up myself. I think it represents us perfectly. Can you imagine loving someone so much that you only have eyes for them? Forever? Yeah, I don't have to imagine when it comes to you, Espoir. He then made me press the tip of the rusty blade against his skin and began to drag it. I don't think I'll ever fall out of love with someone as perfect as you. Instead of blood, a thick black liquid began to leak from the wound. It secreted a pungent, inky smell that almost made me pass out completely. He continued to use his hand to guide my own. It dragged up and down, then crossed over itself. Wait. The liquid quickly ran down his arm, getting all over our clothes. Ew, 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 ew. I could almost hear his frantic heartbeat in my ear. Does he have a heart? Or perhaps it was my own. I couldn't tell anymore. I mean, that is a cool symbol, but, there. Thank you, Espoir. How relieving. It looks perfect. Yui admired the carving for a full 30 seconds before finally letting go of my hand and slowly taking the knife back. It's perfect. You did this, Espoir. He rolled his sleeve back up and tucked the wet knife back into his pocket.
What'd I tell you about doing that?
He was still panting softly. A part of me wishes you were awake enough to truly appreciate what you just did. He frowned. Well, I suppose I should get you to bed, huh?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a little lay down after this.
Okay, well this is all the endings, but oh no, it still says 14 out of 15 endings found. Whatever shall I do? I am so thankful that the developer has made an easily accessible walkthrough upon their TikTok. Thank you very much for that. So it just says, start? Pourquoi? Pourquoi? What was that? What was that supposed to be? What was What was that? What the heck was that?
His... What? What do you mean? His creator? What does that mean? Well, that... that was a ride. I don't know what it is, but I think this might be the scariest visual novel I have played to date. I am disturbed, I am intrigued, and I am even more confused than I was before. I applaud the developer. My heebies have been thoroughly GB'd. And we still don't exactly know what Yui is, but I kinda like that. If you would like to play this game for yourself, there is a link in the description. And if you have an itch.io account, be sure to rate the games you really love and follow the developers for more development. I gotta say, I really like this. I really, really like this. It's weird. I'm kinda starting to like the visual novels that actually scare me, and that That did it. And hey, if you would like to watch me play more amazing visual novels with questionable love interest, please feel free to peruse around my channel. And we're trying to make it to 100,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you would like this video or subscribe to my silly little channel. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope. And an extra special thank you to our Parterre channel member, The Chosen One.